Hi guys, and welcome to Live Like Low. Today we're here doing our Saturday messages. So I'm super hyped. We're here to do our Saturday messages, and I have the reading for you guys. Let me grab my cauldron. We're gonna do our ancestor offering, and then we're gonna get right into it. I'm so excited. Yes, honey. Okay, now y'all know I never clean out my cauldron until no more offerings can go in there. I don't know why I do this. Don't copy me. All right, so I think I want to do another setup. I hope that you guys are having a good day. Okay. So I always like to do an offering before doing reads. Sometimes I do them on camera, sometimes I don't, okay? Don't be mad at me. Then I have my ancestor incense. I really like these. I got these from one of my favorite like alchemist stores. They have this place called the Alchemist Den near where I stay in downtown Austell. Oh my god. And it's so nice. And it's black owned and it's black woman owned, and it's like, bitch, take my money. Every time I come in there. It's over budget, bro. So I got this little cauldron from one of my friends at a different occult shop. And it used to have a Palo Santo candle in it, but I used it. So now I've been using it for my ancestor offerings. Good morning. So we're gonna start with this. All right, yes. Now, I know, right? Long time no see. Okay, so if you guys want to get in on this offering to your ancestors, your spirit team, just close your eyes right now and just take a deep breath and exhale. Hey, New Jersey. And now I want you to think about your loved ones who have passed over, those that you feel like you get connections from or you want to receive a connection from, even your spirit team if there's an intention that you want to put in today. Now, guys, this is the day before the new moon, so you better, okay? So take a deep breath, and I want you to just visualize that. If there's any messages, anything you want to say to them, do it at this time, honey. Y'all, when people cross over, they're always sending you love. I ain't gonna lie to you. They be on your ass, too. Trying to get you to do the shit they couldn't finish. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So now I'm going to light this. I call forth the ancestors, guides, spirit teams, higher self, I am presence, and the emanation of God that resonates with each and every person that is watching this live right now. And I call forth my own spirit team, I am presence, higher self, and the emanation of God that I work with. I am so abundantly grateful, and we are grateful for your assistance, for your guidance, and for your advice on a daily, hourly, minute, whatever. We're so grateful for you guys guiding us and showing us the way. And we're grateful for your clear, honey, and easy to understand messages, because that's what we love to get, okay? So we could execute exponentially, okay? Thank you. So it is. Now, something I love, like when I'm looking at an offering, is the wicks. Ooh, I dropped my thing. But the wicks that are on a flame. So when you see it go high, that's like spirit is here. But then like when you see all the wicks, it shows you like particular spirits or like stuff like that. So I love that. Especially when I'm giving offering to my whole team. Like when my grandma shows up, she is always the biggest wick. No cap. So we're gonna let this finish burning like down a little bit more. I'm gonna go sit this on the altar and then we're going to answer. If you guys have questions, put them in the comments. Like, just like if you have any questions about like ancestors or stuff. I saw some people put questions, but I kind of missed it. So if you would put your question back down, I will answer them after I put this on the altar. All right. And guys, just like that, we are ready to go, honey. Yes. Okay. So y'all know I love my incense. Okay. So let's see. What did you say? As far as money, do they want real money? I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Like, if you want to use real money, I would prefer you use it in a spell. Ancestors, like, they don't like you wasting shit. So if you're burning real money, that's a waste. Okay. I use Ancestor or Joss paper. So Joss paper is, hold on, let me grab a bill so you can see it. Now I also have like gold bricks too. What your ancestors are really looking for is the energy exchange. So it's the representation of what you're giving them. Now, ancestor money or Joss paper comes from Asian culture, mostly Chinese culture, but you'll see them in different places in different forms. Some do like their currency. Some do like they have like a life-size mansion with people and cars and all that stuff, and they burn that the day that their person passes away as like an they'll have like a good afterlife. So like this is like the bill that I like to keep. I also like the pink ones. Those are like the highest ones. I think they're like a quadrillion or something. And then I have the gold bricks. Now, and usually what I would do, especially if I have a petition, is like these bricks are like foldable. So what I do is I put like my ancestor money and then my petition inside with the brick, and I burn it all together at one time. So yeah. Yeah, honey. I love this. My ancestors love these gold bricks, and I burn one of these every time I do a reading. Like if you book a reading with me, you'll get a gold brick for your ancestors. And that's just because since I specialize in ancestor readings, like they have to be empowered before we get into it. So that way I'm getting the message, right? I'm getting the message stronger. When some people's ancestors haven't been venerated, they speak really quiet. So I try to just increase that. Am I on the right track? Okay. Portia, we're not doing readings right now, but I am about to get into the collective message. So give me just a second. We're going to go with Archangel Metatron, okay, for today's incense. I feel his energy pretty heavy. Now, Archangel Metatron resonates with my patron deity, so you already know, okay? You already know, honey. And because my new, I took my level 5 last weekend. That's why I didn't go live. I'm so sorry, y'all. And it was my birthday gift to myself. So I was like, I have to, okay? And so now I am like a full master, period. Like there's no more levels after this, which is fire. Okay, so y'all gonna be seeing me do like some new shit that I can use this with. But it came today, so we're going to just tap in, okay? So I'm going to set our sacred space, and then we're going to get into these readings, guys. And if you want a personal reading, thank you. Y'all, my birthday was on Thursday, so let me tell y'all, that time was hype, you hear me? It was so hype. Oh my gosh, we went to Jeju's spa, honey. Oh my God, y'all know I love the spa. Y'all hear me when we talking about stuff, we be like spa. Thank you, guys. I'm so hyped, like I cannot wait. And Spirit was like, bro, we got ideas. now that you're there, we have ideas. I'm like, okay. All right, so let's tap in here. Oh my God, I hope that you guys are having, oh, thank you, Tasha. Oh my gosh, like y'all, it was the best birthday ever. And then I was like, my partner was like, let's go somewhere like extravagant. I was like, I want seafood boil. Like, bro, what? Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good, bro. Like, I need a reading. I'm drowning. Well, right now I'm about to start our collective, and then if you want to get a personal reading, you can just go to my link in bio. I always try to start with collective because, you know, we deserve it. Okay, we deserve it. But if you feel like you still need something, like go to my link in bio. You can either pay through there or you can Cash App me. If you want a mediumship reading, it's $11 or it's $22 for a full message. And then if you want a half a mini reading tarot, it's $15 and a full is $35. Okay. All right, let's get into it. And y'all, I know that like some of my prices are higher because Spirit be like, I don't know how to shut up. So they gave me a timer. Like I literally have like a timer. So, okay. So let's see what Spirit has to say to you guys. Now I have 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like the energy that some of y'all are having is like you were in like a really negative space and you're climbing your ass out of there. And it's like, I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore. But the problem is that you can't see that you're being offered something new, like a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at the world. You keep focusing on the finite point, but that's your originating place. Right now, you need to be looking at what's being created from that place, right? You have brought this new thought form down from the cosmos, all right? And Spirit is like, come through with the get through, okay? Come through with the get through, baby. Because Spirit is really wanting you to understand that you really got everything in the bag. Now, look, you got to get real focused, like tunnel vision, baby, like real focused. Okay. Some of y'all used to get like real sporadic and shit, but like Spirit's like, no more of that, babe. No more. Okay. And then we have the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, and it was in reverse. So for a while, you were doing a lot of things and it was feeling real stagnant, honey. And you was just like, well, when the fuck are we gonna move? Because your horse is on stilts, okay? But Spirit is saying this movement wasn't for physicality, like you moving forward and seeing the benefits. It was the internal movement. Because whenever it comes to money, Pentacles, you need to readjust the inside, because the way that money is attracted to you is based on how you think, speak, act, feel about it. And the whatever traumas you have associated with money have to be resolved in order for you to hit that next level that you're looking for, or to bring in what you're looking for, right? Money is our cause and effect through compensation. This is the law of compensation. The law of compensation is just a subsidiary of the law of cause and effect. So if you're trying to attract money, the first thing that you need to do is adjust your cause. And your cause is almost always internal. And so what we have to do is sit with the internal, work with the internal. And once the internal is broken, bam, we're in the reverse now. We're no longer thinking about dreading while we're here. We're sitting, we're understanding so that we can get our horse out of these stilts and on with our movement. Now, up here we have the Prince of Cups, because obviously, honey, you got to deal with your shit, right? You got to do the shadow work. And I know that that's like so annoying. Okay, but with this work that you're going to do, it's going to offer you that new beginning that you're looking for, right? A special message from your spirit team. It is going to come, and Spirit keeps confirming to you it's coming, honey. And you be like, it's not coming, man. I do everything. But it is. It is coming, okay? King of Cups, you have to master your emotions. You got to get everything into alignment. The way that you're thinking all has to come together. And I really, I push for you guys to go and learn about the law of assumption. The law of assumption states that if you assume, just assume that whatever you ask for is done and that you are just moving toward it. How to do that? So with law of assumption, and this is the way that I kind of like reprogram my own subconscious. So the way that I do that is I take the idea, I create the vision. I don't care about how. I'm just creating the vision. What is the place that I actually want to be at? What does it look like? What does it feel like? You know, all the good manifestation guru shit, right? And then you write that all down. Just write it down. It could be bullet points. It could be scripting. It could be whatever the fuck. As long as it's written down somewhere, right? Then you're going to apply law of assumption. So the law of assumption is saying, I assume that once it's created in my mind, and now I'm going to add emotion to it, because emotion is your catalyst. This now is a prayer. Thought plus feeling is a prayer. When you act on it, it initiates that prayer to come into your life. So what you're going to do is now you're going to apply emotion. So you're going to put yourself in that environment mentally, and you're going to live a day in the life of you then. And then as you're there, be grateful for every single moment that has manifested in that imaginatory realm, right? And be grateful to your spirit team, to your ancestors, to your guides, to source, whoever it is that you believe in. Be grateful. At that time, you are now applying law of assumption. Now, every single step that you take from this moment forward, after you come out that visualization, needs to be tunnel focused toward that goal. So that way, every step is an action step that will apply to the goal. And just like a principal on a loan, it goes down. Okay, this isn't like this doesn't have interest. Okay, this is an interest-free loan. So every time you take a step forward, the principal goes down, so it meets you halfway. And every time you take a step, both take a step toward each other, right? And we just keep taking steps till we meet each other in the middle. Now that's when you start to get your seasonal harvest up until your bigger, grander goal is manifested, right? And one thing that Spirit wants me to say is like breaking shit down to a very easy and minute way, like level for you to be able to step by step, right? So you want to plan backwards. Any goal that you make, plan backwards. So you're going to make a big goal. Then you're going to say, well, what's needed in order for me to complete this? Okay, so if I'm saying I want this type of lifestyle and I want to be able to do this, but I also understand that I need multiple money streams in order to get that. And these are the streams that I currently have. And how do I amplify those streams? That's going to be your first goal. Amplify all money streams. Well, that's a huge ass goal. So now you got to break that. Now you got to break that goal down. So what are the goals that you can put in those streams to grow them, to build them, right? And you want to do one at a time. You want to get one up. Then you want that one to be able to run itself long enough for you to work on the other one without it going down and needing your support. So you build one, then you build the other, then you build the other, then you build the other. Now they are working simultaneously, and now you move on to your next big goal, because your next big goal is going to be focused on lifestyle, right? And I'm making this sound really simple because it is, but because it's simple doesn't mean it's easy. Does that make sense? Because it takes time to get shit done. So if you say I need to amplify my money streams, that first money stream might take you 2 years to get it to a place where it works really well, even though you're on maintenance for everything else. And then you might come up with a whole new idea, and that idea might be your most lucrative idea. So now you create that one, but then you're also building this one over here that's adjacent to the first money stream. So now these are both, this one's maintaining, this one's growing, and this one's starting, right? Once this one gets to a place where it's fully like running, just like this one, just like the first one, the second one, now the third one is going to be in an expansion to grow, right? it takes time, but that whole scenario with just those 3 might take you 4 or 5 years. And Spirit's like, be patient with yourself, because some things are up to luck. Other things are up to how that industry works, right? And we listen to a lot of people who kind of give us the hearsay, but look, whether it was their experience or they're coming from a place of having studied other people's experience, the stuff is usually cut and dry. It's pretty fucking easy to understand, right? But the application of it is hard, because you have to deal with your emotions in the process, right? So Spirit wants you to see what you're doing. Where are you focusing right now? Where are you going? What do you say when you talk to other people about it? And don't make sure that your mouth isn't going in the opposite direction of your actions, because that is, that's canceling out your efforts. You want to always direct everything in one succinct place. So if I'm saying, you know, everything's going to work out, I don't know how the fuck it's going to work out. I'm annoyed maybe because I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's working out for me. You know what I'm saying? Then that means that all of my actions that are going toward it working out is working for me. Does that make sense? So if I'm like, man, this shit ain't never gonna work, this shit, it's getting on my nerves, I don't know why everybody else is able to do this, but I'm not, then now my mouth is moving in a different direction than my actions. So now I keep coming and hitting roadblock at the roadblock at the roadblock, but you're creating that. So if you just find the place that you're out of alignment, snap that bitch back in and go. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so let's get into here. The Emperor, okay, and the Star, okay? So right now, I feel that Spirit really wants you to fill your cup and stop wasting your potential, right? They want you to fill your cup and don't pour it out. Like, keep your shit full and let it overflow. This is something that you're learning during this period of time. And they want you to keep hope alive. Yes, all I need is to be positive. The Emperor, okay? So something with that being positive energy, right? I feel like Spirit wants you to know right now that, like, it's not just about positivity, right? It's not about being toxically positive. It's about keeping your shit in alignment. Like, sometimes it gonna be ugly and you gotta acknowledge the ugly, but you can't smolder in it. You can't smoke yourself in it. Does that make sense? So like, if everything is going badly, but that just makes it easier for me to see the blessing that I have next. Do you know what I mean? All right, guys, and you need to look at balance, okay? And the Hierophant. So some of you are coming into a place where you're becoming the Ace Boon Kun, and some of y'all are finding new people. Oh my God, throat chakra. So some of y'all have like a really big purpose, but it's hard for you to see what's next. And Spirit's like, speak your truth, okay? Fuck all the bullshit. Fuck what people gonna think. Do you, boo? Princess of Cups, okay? Be new to the shit, okay? She got a whole bunch of shit going on, but she is embracing what is her now. And I think for a long time, that wasn't the case. But now you have the ability to. There's a ball and chain on her as well. Some of you are limited by what you think other people will view you as socially, or some type of mind construct that's kind of stopping you from moving forward. Spirit says it's all in your mind. Princess of Swords, okay? You need to see the possibilities, the incredible possibilities that are open to you right now. 9 of Cups is on your horizon, okay? I keep hearing that I have purpose, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes, even when we don't know what our purpose is, we're working in purpose. Like, before I knew what my purpose was, I was in service. I've always worked in service. I've never not worked in service. And And then I ended up being like, and through all those years of working in service, I accrued so much knowledge and understanding of how to treat somebody, how to treat a customer, how to make someone feel like they matter, you know, because that's what most people want to feel. They want to feel seen. They want to feel heard, you know, and you're able to take that kindness, you're able to take that and move it into purpose work. But now you have the skills. You don't have to learn them, right? It's just reapplying skills in a different way. Like before I started reading tarot, y'all, I used to work at a senior living home, and like I would see dead people all day, because them people, they move in like their 50s, and then they die there. They stay as long until they live. It's people there that's like 100. You know what I'm saying? They have hospice. So it's like, what I kind of want y'all to understand is like, you know, what I learned there and how to treat certain people and how to understand where they're at and still accept them for who they are. I had to learn that externally before I could apply that to myself. And then once I was able to apply that to myself, I was able to see, wow, so these are the areas that I wasn't paying attention to before. And I know there's people out there that are just like that need that same feeling, that need that same whatever. And then I moved into doing readings. I moved into like really focusing on my gifts, because for a long time this was just a hobby, you know? So like eventually you get to a place where you're like, oh shit, I kind of stumbled into this motherfucker. I guess I'm in purpose. Like it's not always like cut and dry, right? Spirit also wants you to know there are multiple lanes for you to execute your purpose. So it's up to you. It's up to you, right? So if you work in the like for example, somebody works in the medical industry, it's up to them. Like if you decide to be a nurse and you decide to be a nurse, you can upgrade, you can level up as much as you want to in that industry, because that's your purpose area, or in that service in medical. So if you decided to go from nursing to holistic health, it's still in the same lane. It's just different. It's the same thing, but it's the same lane. It's the same idea. It's just used differently, right? Okay, the devil. So some of you guys have this perception that you are not the shit. What? Get the fuck out of here. Like some of y'all have this this perception that things are not like what I heard was things are not as they seem. Like, and this was on the bottom of the deck when I picked it up. They said show this card. So this card is affirmation for positive change. Like she took off her dress, she put her pirate outfit on, like she like, fuck all this bullshit, I'ma do me. I feel like Spirit wants you to start moving like that. Do you. Move in your authenticity, okay? For some of you, your authenticity will take you to purpose. If you would just be more authentic with yourself on a regular day basis. Big, bold vision. So some of you have a really big dream, a really big goal. And Spirit is like, it's going to take you the distance. But for whatever reason, you feel like this isn't it. Or it's not right for you. Or whatever. You're kind of worried about what other people will think about you. And Spirit's like, baby, what the fuck are you doing? Okay? They not happy with that. They not happy. Softly, the tender touch, okay? So they really want you to be more compassionate with yourself. Take time to dig deep inside of your emotions, okay? And we have Tahuti here at the bottom, and he's looking into like this chalice. And it has like the spirit in there. And then we have a broken glass with a face. So I feel like right now you're learning the power that you have. And you're learning how to take the cup that Spirit has offered you and seeing the shadow that's related to that and having to deal with it as well. But it's not anything negative. All of these things are just like building you up step by step. But you have to be very cognizant of who you are, right? The Hierophant. You are someone who can. You are someone who can lead. You are someone who can structure things. You are someone who is able to go, I feel like go the extra mile is what I'm hearing. Big, bold vision again. Y'all better stop. Ace of Cups in reverse. What? The World in reverse. But you can't see it. It's like Spirit's like, develop a big, bold vision, baby. Because right now, this is the challenge Spirit is offering you. But you are blind. You are blind right now to the offering of what happens next. But they're like, when you figure out your feelings, right? It's about your emotions. When you figure out your feelings, the cycle will be over. This will be the last lesson of this cycle, and you'll be taking yourself back into recreation. Who am I? Who will I be? What will I do? And then you start recreating yourself in context with this big, bold vision, okay? Now I open up and I got Legacy of Light, right? So in this card, when we're talking about Legacy of Light, we're talking about coming into full understanding with our oversoul, our I am presence, our and then our higher self. And the three of us become aligned. The inner self, the inner child, the inner teen, right? They're all becoming fully integrated. The shadow is becoming integrated, right? You're becoming fully integrated with your divine masculine, your ego, and your divine feminine, your higher self. And now they're able to function together. Spirit is like, this is what you asked for. You don't know that, but this is what you asked for, because it's required. It's required for you to be able to get here, okay? Inner trust. Inner trust. You must trust that at the end of the day, you're going to get there. Every journey starts with a single step. Baby, they gonna hammer it in today, okay? So just get out there and get her done, buddy. Get her done at your pace. There's no reason for you to be rushing. Even if you are of an older age, I'm hearing there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. Set your seeds in the ground and do everything step by step, consistently and diligently, and you'll make your mark. There is no option for it not to work. Because even if you do one thing and it doesn't work, it'll set the foundation for the next thing that you start to do it better. Okay, so cut this shit, all right? I hope that resonated with you guys. I'm gonna check and see if we have anybody. If you would like to get a personal reading, you can go to my link in bio, or you can cash at me at LCA12. Okay. If you need Venmo, I will give it to you guys, but like, I am not a Venmo person, okay? If you pay through my link in bio, please tell me down in the chat. Yes, Yvette, yes, honey. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I have Latasha, for a mediumship. So can you put down in the comment, oh, I just see you. Okay, can you put down in the chat what you want your reading to be about? If you have a question, a topic, whatever. And then I'm gonna tap in with your spirit team and we'll see what they have for you. Let me grab my crystal ball. I usually keep it on one of my altars. So let's get into it. I'm so hyped. Y'all. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to repost these on my YouTube channel. So if you ever want to go back and look at it, it will be over there eventually. Because I'm like so behind on posting my lives. Okay, general, what do I need to know? Been meditating more. Okay, cool. All right, spirit. Mikhail, can you connect me please with Tasha, her spirit team, ancestors, guides, elementals, her I am presence and higher self, and the emanation of God that she currently works with. I'm also feeling guided to ask to bring forward her land spirit. Yes. Yes, I will take them as an extra speaker. Great. Okay, cool. All right. So bring forward the other two speakers, please. Right now, I'm going to try to connect with your land spirit. So I want to call... okay. I call for Doroko Sinfea. Ta'atu eterek utana shana utekemet wat alakut ebeku tara atanak. So I'm just talking to my own land spirit to ask to make that connection for me. Sadia. Okay. So, okay. Because I know that she has a message for you. And I'm so glad because I talked to her like a few months ago and oh my gosh, I haven't talked to her since. Okay. Okay. So what is her message right now? Okay. So the first thing that she wants to convey to you is that you are in the right geographic location. Like she's like, this area in which you are currently sitting, not necessarily like the state, but like the region that you're in is a good region for you. I think sometimes like you may question that. She's saying it's good for what you need to do and where you're trying to go. You might feel the need sometimes that you need to like move cities or something like that. She's like, don't be afraid to do that. But she's saying like, you are well supported here. She also feels like you coast and like south, like going southern, more south, like, like Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. So, sorry, my screen blinked out. It's okay. So, she's like, try to connect with the land spirit. You'll get a lot of things physically, like kind of like things that manifest in the reality your land spirit can help you with. So she just wants you to know that she's like available to work with you and available to you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now let's see who came forward as your speaker. So I have like a couple, like grandma and grandpa energy. Okay, but I'm hearing grandpa say like, this is my daughter. Like, so like it's probably your great grandpa and your grandmother. First, they want to acknowledge your achievement so far. You've been going through a lot of internal work recently, and they just want to say like, we know it's been rough. Especially because sometimes like they try to send you a message and you don't necessarily get the full concept or the full idea of what they're trying to say. So you'll execute on part of it, but then you'll have to get a lot of confirmation to kind of piece together the rest of the message. And sometimes that gets really fucking aggravating. But they're like, you're doing a good job. They also want you to know, like, you're not on the wrong path. Right now, what you're doing is finding out what is your special area. So, like, how to say? So I guess I could give you like an example. So like for example, like when I first started reading, I would just read for anybody, like for anything. But now I know the type of reader that I am because I spent so much time trying to figure out what's my speciality, right? So when I do a tarot reading, what I'm reading for is your highest timeline. I'm reading in there to tell you, okay, if you want to achieve whatever your highest goal, whatever your highest achievement in life is, I'm going to read you to show you how to get on that path and stay on it and execute to your goal, right? And I know that that's the type of reader that I am. For you right now, you're trying to figure out what is your speciality. Where does purpose feel so fulfilling to you? And Spirit is saying, be patient with yourself, because what you will find is sometimes you will piece a little bit of this and you'll piece a little bit of that and you'll piece a little bit of this to make that thing that is for you, that's perfect for you. They said it's like a jigsaw puzzle, baby. 250 pieces. Why are they doing you like that? That's a lot of pieces, man. Dog. Like, woo. But they're just like coming through and they're like, look, honey, this is what it is. They also want you to understand that, like, you sometimes, like, mentally, emotionally, when things don't work out or they get really frustrating, you go hard on yourself and you don't deserve that, right? Like, you be going hard, like, why can't I just get it? Like, it's cool. It's cool. Like, they're like, we will give you as many confirmations as you need. As a matter of fact, on a regular basis, we beat you over the head with the message anyway. So if you just need more confirmation, ask. They'll give it to you. They're saying right now you're closing a cycle. You're about to step into something new. So you're about to step into a component of purpose, but you're not quite sold on this idea yet, or the idea. Like, Spirit is saying, just ease yourself into it and then put all your cards in. Do you know what I'm saying? Get you some return. That's what I heard. Oh, I heard test the waters. So for you, it's really important that you test the waters. I heard manifesting generator. You might be a manifesting generator. So you might, as a manifesting generator, what we typically do is we will try a bunch of things. We're going to test the water. We're going to see what it is we like, what it is we don't like about certain areas. And then we're going to be like, okay, I understand where I'm at now. And then it's like, at a point, you come to a pinnacle where all the things that you've tried, all the skills that you've gained in your search for what feels right, then it all comes to a climax. At this point, you start to generate, right? So you have to tell people in your life, I'm going to start something new. Now, it's not every goddamn body. It's just people who matter. So, like, people who would be affected. So your partner, your kids, your best friend. If you feel like you might go ghost on them, like, hey, I'm going to be working on something. I got a project that I'm working on. So, you know, I'm just going to be busy for a little bit. You don't have to tell them all the deets because silence is golden during this time, but they want you to be able to tell people so they don't feel a type of way when you do disappear. Because I'm hearing like it's going to be hermit mode for a little bit so you could figure out what works. But with manifesting generators, you have to form the idea. And then once you get the idea, it instantly starts to happen. So then you have to hurry up and like get on the treadmill, right? To start working with the action. It doesn't mean you gotta hurry up and finish, but it does mean you have to hurry up and start. You know what I mean? So once you have your vision, start thinking about how to start. And just start with step 1, right? And step 1 might have 6 or 7 steps. So just go ahead and execute that. Get step 1 done, then look for the next step. Spirit is saying for the first couple steps, it's gonna be like you're walking in the dark and you're kind of stumbling around. You know, like you entered the house and the electricity was off, right? And it's the middle of the night. Like you kind of stumbling around. You can see shit, but you kind of can't, right? And then eventually you'll find a candle. So now you can get around. And probably about when you get to about step 5, the lights will turn back on. Do you know what I'm saying? But you need to kind of stumble into this and just do it as best you can, any kind of way. Don't get super perfectionistic about it. It will get better with time. I'm hearing either spend more time with your mother if she's local or like call her more often. So also I feel like they're telling me like there is like a masculine energy coming towards you at this time. I feel like you've been getting this message a lot because they were like, just throw it in there and let her know. It's on the way. So I don't know if you like put intention for like a partner or you're waiting for your divine masculine to show up. If you're in a connection already, I feel like this will be toward purpose. This person will help a lot with your emotional stability. It'll be safe to talk to this person. I feel like sometimes you want to complain to somebody, but you also are looking for advice and also looking for a solution. Oh yes, I'm in one now and he's teaching me to love again. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're like, it's okay to trust that. It's okay to like go into it more. So what, I don't know why, but they want to tell you like what you're supposed to learn from them is how to be emotionally stable because your life manifests based on your emotions. So whatever you feel really intensely and strongly for a consistent period of time or like really strongly for a period of time will manifest into your life, and you need to kind of be more even kill. Like not like a fake way, but like just at peace for majority of the time and creating that peace that you can fall back into in your daily life. And from you, he's learning how to be more diligent and consistent and organized. Organization is really big, I'm hearing. Maybe he doesn't talk about it as much or like tell you that that's what he's learning from you, but he picks up on little subtle things that you do and then he incorporates them in his own way. I heard nurture this, nurture this person in the connection. Spend more time together, like going on dates or getting like a weekend away. Y'all need kind of like some, it's just us with no stress, nothing to do. Let's just fall into each other kind of feeling. He has a lot going on. I keep his appointments and trips in order. Okay, yeah. Hey, lady. But yeah, they want you guys to like go on a trip together, but like something that doesn't have to do with work. So like just like a couples retreat or something. I'm hearing it could be a 2-day or a 7-day, baby. It don't matter, but it's like you guys need to like spend some time together. What else? There's this energy of sacrificing, and Spirit is saying, stop sacrificing when it's not required. Sometimes you sacrifice your happiness to make somebody else happy, especially in this connection. And sometimes you do it because you want to, but then it doesn't feel good because it's not appreciated, but it was because it's not required. If you would have just communicated, hey, I got this going on and this is kind of arbitrarily messing around with this. Is there a way that we can, before I make this sacrifice to cancel this because I can, I want to see if there's something like, let's work it out. Is there a way we could work this out or make this better for our schedule or whatever? I'm hearing stop sacrificing without communication. Communicate what you need, and then if that's not an option, be willing to sacrifice here and there. Okay. Open your heart more to receive love from this person. They kind of hit you from every area when it comes to receiving love. They like to give you gifts, but they like to get a reaction from you. And if you don't give them that, oh my God, baby, thank you, or you know what I mean? They won't give you stuff. They do some things to kind of show you that they care, but a lot of what they do is like giving things or service or experiences. But you have to kind of show more gratitude. Like almost like if a stranger gave you something that was super meaningful, how the fuck would they know that? Like however you would react to like, oh my God, like how, what? Like big that shit up, okay? Because I feel like he be trying to go the extra mile. Okay. Oh, they said we're not moving on from this. We're gonna harp on this for a little bit. Oh my God. There's something that you feel like you can't do because of the things that you guys are doing, and sometimes like it's preventing you from starting on it because you feel like you won't have the time. But Spirit's like, regardless if you feel like it's a side thing or not, it needs to get done. It needs to get started, and you need to put your best foot forward for it. And I'm hearing you are capable of doing them at the same time with good time management. Open your mind to more possibilities. Some of the things that you think are supposed to happen in a certain type of way aren't going to happen that exact type of way, but they will happen. And you will get the result you're looking for, but not the how that you're looking for. So just kind of go with the flow. Follow those urges. Like sometimes you get like really deep urges to go do something right now, or to call somebody right now, or to send a text, or to send an email, or whatever. Do that. Take time to make sure that you're not just sending something with like make sure you autocorrect is what I'm hearing. Like make sure that you reread and like for typos and stuff, but do that. Okay. Yes, my real estate class and working full time. Yes, I do get it. I'm hearing like follow them as much as you can. And if you can't write that moment, make a note of it so that you could come back to it later. Those urges are kind of indications of like ways that you should be moving. But the spirit says you don't follow them as much because you used to be very spontaneous and erratic, and that used to create so much upheaval in your life. But they're saying that upheaval was needed at the time, but it doesn't mean that that's what it's going to create now. So kind of like chill out with like feeling like it's going to create something negative. Is there anything else you have for me? All right, so when it comes down to like spiritual stuff, they want you to know that meditation is your water. Like they're like, meditation is when you put your cup underneath the fountain, or underneath the fountain of youth, or the waterfall, right, of spiritual energy, and it helps refill you. So you being consistent with meditation is good because it makes you emotionally stable, but it makes you set the tone for the rest of the day or for whatever comes after that meditation. They also want you to start learning some breathing exercises for when you become anxious or when you have really intense bouts of anxiety. They want you to kind of reel it back in, okay? Take time for self-care. I'm hearing a minimum of either, this is how you could do this, your self-care. So a minimum of an hour a day, or you could take 30 minutes every morning to do whatever you need to take care of yourself, keep yourself together, and accumulate the rest of that time into one day every week that you just love on yourself for a couple hours. Or Spirit is saying a massage, because your shoulders be so tense. They're funny. And they're showing me like the under thigh. So like this part is like really tense and really like constricted. And you need to stretch your hamstrings. It pulls on the muscles on your lower, like it pulls on all the muscles that are going up into the back, and it creates lower back pain because it's too tight and you need to stretch. So like do like some type of stretching exercise at least once a day, either when you first wake up in the morning or right before you go to sleep at night. And they're like, it doesn't have to be anything special. You could just do like, you could look up like stretching, like 10-minute stretching or something like that. So you could learn the stretches that work best for the parts of your body that need to be stretched out. And then you don't have to watch it anymore. After you kind of get the rhythm of it, you could just do the ones that feel right for that time period. They also want you to do facial massages on yourself, or like facial stretching. I think you maybe talk a lot and your face gets tired. Like the muscles in your face can get tired or like intense, like tense. And you kind of need to like do something with your face. I heard like the gosha thing. So like maybe you do that and that helps like alleviate, or like the roller. But they want you to kind of like massage your face at night to kind of release tension. You get tension right here. And it's like you kind of need to rub this area in circles, in those pinpoints, and that'll allow you to relieve stress from the muscles like on your face. Yes, my job is on the phone. Oh. Okay, so this is like just something that they want you to have. So I don't know if you already have one of these, but they want you to get like some type of massage machine, because I feel like you be wanting somebody to massage you, and that'd be like a hassle. So like, if you could do it at home, they have like these little machines that you can like, they're handheld, you put them around your arm and you can like move them up and down, or you could put it on a chair, or you could do it for the lumbar system where it's just like a pillow and you just turn it on and it just massages, and like it has like the controls. But I'm hearing, buy you something like that. Amazon Day, I think, is coming up in July. They want you to take advantage of that and to buy yourself something that will help you wind down from your day. So whether that's a foot massage or a back massage, whatever that is, it's some type of massager, and they want you to get one. They want you to get one. And like, put your eyes on it and wait for Amazon Prime Day and get it. Maybe you don't have to wait, but they're telling you that'd be a good time to buy it. Because the price will be significantly lower than what you're going to find when you go and look it up. Okay. Yeah, unless you have any other questions, that's all they have for you. So, yes. If anybody would like a reading, you guys can cash at me at LCA12, or you could go to my link in bio and tap in with me there. Oh my gosh, like, girl, your team. I can't believe your land spirit came through. I've never given a reading where the land spirit has come through to speak. Okay, that was amazing. I'm working on all of those tips. Yay! That's what's up. And definitely reach out to your land spirit. The nickname that I work with her is Sasha, but girl, her name is long as fuck. I got it written down in my grimoire, but I just call her Sasha. So I don't know like where you're located, but that's the land spirit that wants to work with you. Most land spirits, so like if you look at what is it called? A cartography chart, where they have like your astrology cartography. She wants you to look at that, the astrology cartography. Now, like the region that we're in, the land spirit is, got you. Okay, cool. So what Sasha is the feminine aspect of the land spirit that I work with, because I'm in Georgia. So you'll be good to go. So just, work with her. And I'm hearing also like you have family that has worked the land, whether that's like they had a farm or whatever, but they definitely like you are favored by the spirits of this region. Now, the region that we're in goes from a certain point in Canada down to South America. So it's like a big line. But they want you to know, like, you're doing really good. And if you look up your astrocartography chart, that'll help you kind of understand it a little bit more. But the land spirits really favor you, and they favor your ancestors. So a lot of your prosperity and a lot of your abundance is in acknowledging them. Royal Rising Utopia, how are you? So yes, oh my God, that was so dope. You're welcome. I really appreciate the energy. Like, oh, yes. All right, so let's get some oracle cards for our collective. Go into research. Do your time, honey. Do your time. Yes. And if you go on vacation, if you look up your astrocartography, you'll know like what areas in the world would resonate with you to go on vacation. or like to go visit, or if you like, it would be a good place to visit but not a good place to live. Like, it tells you based on your astrology chart. I love it, y'all. Like, my Pluto is in like the worst place. Like, my Pluto is like in like the middle of the desert, and Spirit knows I hate heat. Like, no, take me to the jungle instead. All right, so what does the collective need to know right now? Let's see. Meditation for creativity, healing. Y'all, it's a lot of healing coming out. Y'all must not want to be healing because it's always coming up in reverse. Girl, do your thing. Because when I found out about that, I was like, honey, what? I need to know more. Okay. So let's see. What does the collective need to know now? If you guys haven't already, my light language song drops next week. I think it's next Tuesday. It's next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, my light language song will be live. Oh my God. Y'all, I'm so hyped. So please pre-save. Go to my link and pre-save. Babe, did you see my Venmo? I did not. Hold on. You know you gotta put in the chat for me so I could check it. Let me see. Venmo. I got it. Let me read through these cards and I'm gonna stop on you, boo. That song is dropping. I'm so hyped, yo. I'm so hyped. It's a full body healing. It's a full body healing, and you can use it to like clean your space. Pretty much heighten the energy of anything. If you wanted to do it like in the morning, it's a long song. So you'd be able to like sit for like a 5-minute meditation. So yeah, I'm hyped, y'all. Like, I'm super excited. Definitely tips to my higher self and my partner. I couldn't believe, like, I was like, man, when you did this with me, he was so hyped, y'all. He was so hyped. He was so hyped to produce it, everything. He was like, let's do it. So this has just kind of been our hobby for like the past year. I made so many of these. Yes, like the sun dropping Wednesday. Yes. Oh my God. Okay. So let's see, collective. So look, so we got meditation for creativity in the reverse, water magic, healing waters, and connect to Gaia. Then we have the vision of life and life beyond death, release the dark rune and let love live, power of attraction, trust yourself, releasing alliances, and the perfection of your life. Literally right now, what Spirit is saying is you are on the right path. So stop it. Okay. We're giving you all the signs to let you know it's on, like things are good, or move away from certain people. Right now, what's happening is you are denying yourself the ability to create. You think you're stuck, but you're not. Turn that bitch upside down, turn that frown upside down, and start thinking about how to transmute negative feelings into positive works, okay? Healing waters, okay, was in reverse. You need to heal. Water magic was upright though. So part of y'all have been healing on the surface, but it's time to get in deeper. I'm hearing it's time to fill up your cup, bitch. You are parched, okay? You was out in the desert. You thirsty. Drink some of that healing Kool-Aid, okay? Connect to Gaia. Right now, that's going to help you ground and center. Also, I'm hearing some of the trees, oak trees are really good for like, they're really nice, okay? Oak trees and birch trees, if you have like a high vibe energy, birch trees will connect with you, and you can just go up to a tree and ask them like, hey, can you transmute, like, can you take this negative energy from me, or can you take this to Gaia, or can you take my intention, or whatever it is, and you can go to that tree. I'm hearing tree work would be very good for you right now. Now, some of you are entering a divine connection, but you need to let go of this dark wound, okay? Because of this, if you don't let this shit go, You are not going to be able to fall into this like you should. Some of you are already in connections with this person. Others of you are about to meet this person. I'm feeling kind of like this nagging pain in my back. And I feel like some of you felt backstabbed by either this person or someone in the past. And you have to let that go in order for this connection to thrive. Okay? I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm just saying is what it is, right? So dragonflies could be significant. Fish could be significant. Bumblebees could be significant. I have owls, crows, and peacocks, okay? The moon might be something you resonate well with. And I'm also seeing the egg, but it's giving me cosmic egg because I'm seeing DNA light around it. I feel like some of you are going through a DNA upgrade at this time, or going through an ability upgrade. Like spiritually, your energy is intensifying. Spirit wants you to trust yourself. Be that weird, quirky version of you, whatever the fuck that looks like, you know, and do you. Like, who gives a fuck what other people think? And if they don't fucking like it, let them go. Let them go. Some of y'all have people in your life right now that's just like toxic, or they're not growing. They're not growing with you. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not a bad person. They're just not growing with you. And it's time for you to move on. I'm hearing they keep you stuck in the same patterns. And I was thinking about this yesterday when I was talking to my partner, and I was telling him how one of my friends, we recently just stopped communicating. And I was thinking about how I don't go to the same places anymore, and I don't hang out in the same places. I don't eat at the same restaurants. I don't go to those places because those were things that I would only do because I was doing them with her, because we will always be reliving things that we did in college. But now I'm like, I outgrown that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was really only doing it to hang out with her. So now that I'm not hanging out with her, I don't really do those things unless I'm in the feeling of nostalgia. Sometimes Spirit is saying nostalgia is good, but don't get stuck there. Don't live there. Right? The perfection of your life. Everything right now is coming together to pull things into alignment. I started, and they want you to kind of start doing this thing in the morning, where when you set your intention as soon as you wake up in the morning, and then ask your spirit team, show me how good life can get today. Just show me how good life can get. And every time something is just dope happens, just be grateful. Just be like, yes, thank you. Yes. And I'm also hearing, sometimes just ask, how much better can this get? And even when things are like shitty, be like, how much better can this get? Like, because it can. The possibility for it to get better is always there. Sometimes we forget that we are source in creation. Right now, we are source's creation of itself. So we have that. We have that. We are source in creation. So we're going to continue to create our life, to create our reality, and to co-create with other people experiencing their own version of the reality that we live all together, right? And sometimes we have to remember that life is still cool, it's still good, even though it's not perfect. Nothing is going to be perfect because it's in divine alignment. We're not thinking about the moment to be perfect. We're thinking about our full experience of life to be perfect. And in order for things to perfectly work out, things have to be imperfect for a period of time, because you are in a period of becoming. One of the biggest laws of the universe is the law of perpetual transmutation, right? What does that mean? That means you are always in a constant period of becoming. Constant, meaning it never stops. You're always becoming the next version of yourself. It doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the version of you now, that you can't appreciate the versions of you back then, and that you can't aspire to the versions of you going forward. But what it does mean is that you can't get comfortable in one version of yourself, because you're perpetually changing. For the better, hopefully, if you got your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions in a focused intent, right? So, so I hope that this has resonated with you guys. I'm going to get into Lady's message. Wow, such a great affirmation. Beautifully said. Thank you. So I'm going to get into Lady's message, and then we're going to see. So Lady, put your intention down in the chat for me. I'm feeling it deep. Girl, okay? I am so hyped. Oh, and Lady, my book came this morning. For my level 5, so you knows it, honey. Tester, ready. You better be ready. Okay. So put your, what do you want your reading to be about in the chat for me? I think you put general messages and love, but that was, it just says reading on here. Perpetual shifts. So yes, y'all, like I'm so hyped for you guys. Like life is good. And something I had to learn, like, especially as I was becoming an influencer, was like, life is good and work doesn't have to be hard. It just has to be consistent. My intention is to connect with spirit and do my highest. Oh, okay. It did it, but it's okay. So to connect with spirit, and then how to get on your highest timeline, or okay, what do you need to do to get on your highest timeline? Okay, let's see. All right, Mikkel, connect me in here with Lady, spirit team, ancestors, guides, higher self, I am presence, emanation of God that works with her, and yes. And I want to pull that message up from Gaia, please. Can you connect me in the beginning? I'm going to give her that message now. Okay, cool. So Gaia has a message for you. A big thing right now is for you to realize that the many different avenues and aspects that you are expressing yourself right now are all needed, but only some of them need to be taken seriously, like work. Does that make sense? So like some of the avenues that you're exploring right now are simply for fun. Although they might accrue a following, they might accrue like attention. This is for your soul to have fun. But some of the things that you're doing also are purposed, and they feel good. They fulfill you in the action of it, right? But they test your boundaries. So like, say for example, like in the area of tarot, like it's comfortable, it's fun, but if spirit were to say, let's go into channeling, that's testing your boundaries or your limits of what you think you're capable of, right? But other things that you do are meant to, elevate you in a sense of just feeling good, of just sharing, of just expressing yourself. And to just embody that and understand that even though you have them, they don't all have to be monetary. Make work, make fun. If fun becomes monetized, it doesn't have to be super serious, right? It just needs to be fun. Fun can be a side hustle and not make a lot of money, and that's still good. Fun can be a side hustle and make hella money, more than your regular job, but it's still just fun. And if at any time it's not fun anymore, you're not gonna feel the urge to do it because it's there for your soul's enjoyment. So if you're not enjoying it, you will move elsewhere. When it comes to purpose, you won't be able to get away from it. It'll just keep hitting you over the head until you do it. Okay. She also wants you to know, like, she loves seeing you outside. And she would like you to take more walks. Maybe just like a walk once a day, or maybe going to a trail or something like that. But she wants you to kind of get into like being in nature and feeling her energy, feeling Gaia's energy around, and letting yourself feel that and be grounded in the now. You don't like going outside in the winter, and so this time is for you to reacclimate your energy to that kind of like sun-kissed, like nature, like that really deep connection. It's time to sink your roots into that connection at this time. She also would like you to connect with her a lot more, like a lot more consistently. She has a lot of things to give you. She has a lot of gifts for you, whether that's psychically or like downloads for you. And she would like you to have something to write down when you do connect with her, so you could write those things down. She has a lot of video ideas for you. It's cut out for me a little bit. So she wants you to, she wants you to connect so that she can give you some messages. She has a lot of messages, and she has some upgrades and some gifts for you. So she wants you to start like connecting through meditation with her, or like going out and taking a walk and just connecting with her energy. Also, you need to like be available to write things down. She has a lot of like messages for you to write down. So have a book. She's also telling me like she has like huge downloads of like content ideas for you. Or like what I heard was video ideas. So I don't know how that resonates with you, but she has a lot of stuff that she wants to give you through this connection. And you need to be open and writing shit down and scheduling it out. It's okay to trust your intuitive nudges. Sometimes you get really deep intuitive nudges about people, but they're saying sometimes you get it before they do. And so when you try to initiate the reflection or the introspection, it can catch people off guard and they're not ready for that reflection yet. But you saying it or doing it will be the initiatory for them to think about it some more. I heard, okay. Thank you, Gaia. Okay, so now I have your ancestors coming in, and there's like a grandpa. I think this is a grandpa figure we usually talk to. And he is like really adamant about stop making your full-time job your full focused purpose, because it's not there. It's there to maintain you in the process of creating your purposed lane. So they want you to be more consistent with that lane that you're creating for your purposed work. It will eventually come into something, but you need to be really consistent with it. In the meantime, they've given you work, like a job, so that you won't complain about not having money. But they need you to still work on this, and they need you to be really consistent and diligent about it and stop dragging your feet. You keep questioning if you're doing the right thing, but they said, how would you know if you don't give it a full run? They kind of want you to dedicate a year to an endeavor. So they're like, dedicate a full year to this endeavor and see how it works. So like, from this point forward, kind of set your intention for like the new moon cycle, but like, what is it that I want to get out of this lane? Write it down, put your intention in, and let spirit work the magic, but you need to be consistent. Okay, really consistent. Consistency is key here. There's also some more dealing with this, that this has to do a lot with you feeling validated by yourself and not needing other people to validate you, even though spirit has brought people into your life to show you the validation that you need. They need you to be able to motivate yourself into doing things that you want to do and not get scared in the process. Man, I've been hearing that so much. They want you to make sure that you're like paying attention to your... They want you to make sure that you're paying attention to your dad and the things that he says. Sometimes he says things unconsciously. You and your dad have a very similar gift, but he doesn't know about it. It's just natural for him. So sometimes he will give you a message that's intended from like your team or from like in a spiritual perspective. The message isn't coming from him himself, it's coming from your team, and you need to pay attention to the way he says things. Sometimes it doesn't make sense in the context in which he's speaking. You have to ask him to say it again in a way that you can understand, but the first way that he said it was meant for you to take it in a different way and apply it to yourself. Okay. They don't want you to overwork yourself. So what they want you to know is right now you're coming into a season where they want you to know that you're coming into a season where you are breaking a generational curse of hard work. So what you're learning in this next season of your life is, how do I move into working smarter, not harder for my money and making more money without working myself into the ground? And they want you to notice that people in your family work really hard and then they end up having, you know, issues with their body, issues with like their functioning and their day-to-day, like getting through life, because their body has so much wear and tear. And they want you to see that that wear and tear is not meant for you, right? Yeah, like, and they want you to know, like, that's not meant for you. That's not the life that's meant for you. But because that's the way you receive your abundance, they have to give you your abundance in that way until you change your mindset. I never noticed that he was saying messages to me. Investments, yes. And they also want you to like pay attention to the learning process as well. Like a lot of your stuff is the learning process. Learn more as much as you can about how to create wealth, how like your financial intelligence, your they want you to start forming an ideology of how you want to operate and then how you want to create wealth, and what are the ethics and what are the ethics that you personally have, and what are you willing to do and what are you willing to not do. Who are you willing to listen to? Who are you not willing to listen to? Is that healthy advice or is this unhealthy advice? Like they want you to kind of start creating that realm of, it's almost like setting up a boundary, but they're saying criteria. You want to create a criteria filter for what's coming into your perspective about how you're receiving this financial intelligence. Because sometimes you waste weeks at a time learning something where there's an easier way to do it, but there's also a more ethical way than what's being taught mainstream. And being able to notice that and then shift as soon as possible is the goal. Open your mouth to abundance is what I heard. But when I hear open your mouth to abundance, it has to do with your voice. It has to do with speaking. Your abundance comes through you expressing stuff. So just like you expressing, you saying what you want, you talking to people, you being the conduit is going to allow for your abundance to come in through the reverberation of your voice, of you speaking, of you talking, of you feeling. Raising your vibration, raising your raising the quality of your thought forms. I'm also hearing like you need to learn more deeper financial lingo. So what does that mean? Like when we're talking, so for example, if we're talking financial lingo in stocks, we're talking about blue chip stocks, we're talking about ETFs, we're talking about hedge funds, we're talking about like learning the terms and understanding like what does that mean? What does that do? Is that something I'm interested in? Like I have been through the ringer and understand I don't like fucking day trading. That's not for me. But for somebody else, that's their bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I prefer long-term trading. So that's how I move. And so when I'm going in, I have a criteria filter of what type of stocks I'll invest in. What type of blue chip stocks will I have? Do they give a good dividend return? Is that dividend return going to allow me to take that return and then reinvest it back into that? Is that going to allow me to reinvest into a different area in which I'm willing to expand my portfolio to? Do I want to go into, what's the word? Options. What are options? Do I want to trade options? Is it safe right now for my personal liquidity to trade in certain ideas? Do I want to trade options if my liquidity is limited? Or do I want to take the safe route and swing trade or go to a safer way of day trading or a safer way of long-term trading? What would I prefer? What type of stocks do I invest in? Am I investing in stocks that I can turn over quickly within a month or two and sell that stock at a higher price, but it doesn't give me dividend return? Or do I want dividend return and I don't really care about the stock price because I'm planning to hold? Am I going to trade into the hype or am I going to leave the hype to be hype? And maybe I'll invest a little bit with a quick trade, but I'm not going to spend all my money there because I know that this is the type of trader I am and I can't handle that anxiety. Or I can't handle it and I'm going to get it, I'm going to go by any means. Like they really want you to learn how to move in those environments in which you personally understand what works for you. So you might go and you might try, cryptocurrency. You might go and try trading stocks. You might go and try international trading. You might go and try Forex. And you might find like, okay, I don't really like this, but I do like this. So I'm going to go for this. Right? I gotta find moving within the field. Yeah, and they're kind of like figuring out right now what you're doing is you're learning what you like and what you don't like and creating that criteria so that when you do start investing more regularly, you know where you're putting your money and you can keep track of it. Okay. Also keep a journal with your investments as well. And your budget, your monthly budget, keep some type of journal or get you a budgeting journal and an investment journal. You can order one of those off of Amazon and it helps you kind of it has like the lines and it helps you keep track of all the stuff if you're like a writing down person, or you can get a template offline and just fill it in. But like, do your monthly budget, do your investment budget. Like, how much money am I going to put into my investments this month? What type of investments am I going to start, or am I just going to maintain what I have? Am I just going to feed into what I have? So for example, like if you got a full-time job, right? And you're making so much money, but then also maybe like 50% of the money that you get, you're not even really using. You're just kind of pouring into like random shit because you just want to have some, just spend money like to accrue stuff. But then Spirit's like, okay, well, take that part of the money that you're not really going to use anyway, put that into your investments. And the first thing you could do is set up your investment portfolio, or you could set up a certain account. So say, for example, you might want to set up a money market account that's connected to your investment account. And so what you would do when you get paid is you just put a little bit of money over into your money market account. That's a high interest savings account, right? And then you're going to put that over there. And then once you're ready to invest, you would connect that account to your trading account, putting that money over, putting certain amounts of that money over there. And when you cash out, you're going to cash out into your money market account instead of into your checking. And what that's going to do is create an inflow. It's a money stream. And it's a lax money stream, but it's a money stream that's going to come into this account. And then you're going to be able to keep track of it, because the only thing coming into this account besides you putting your money over there, right? They want you to start building financial buffers, looking into financial, like debt-free lifestyle plans, trying to figure out how do you move financially and what does that mean for you? How to create financial buffers, how to save effectively for having, like a nest egg, so that if anything happens, you could reach into that and get your stuff done, right? If there's something you want to save for, like creating avenues for you to be able to get the things that you want done. And I'm hearing right now at this particular time is not the time for love, but you will be meeting love interest. But you cannot put your entire focus on another individual, because right now, what Spirit is teaching you is the foundation of what you are about to lay some shit down on. The next year is going to be pivotal for that foundation. The next year is going to be pivotal for a lot of starts. Okay, so a lot of things are going to start in the next year. And that's why Spirit right now in the next 2 to 3 months is going to be really focused on you figuring out what works for you. What are the plans? What are the ideas? What are the goals? What are the visions? All of that stuff, so that you can get it all encompassed into a specific idea. They also want you to start talking about some of these ideas out loud. So if you need to bounce ideas off of somebody, you just need to, someone that you trust, excuse me, someone that you trust, my throat, oh my God. Talk to somebody that you trust and just bounce those ideas off of them. Oh, with me. Okay, but like bounce the ideas off so that you can hear what they sound like. Because really right now, it's in your mind. So whatever your perception of it is jumbled up. You need to say it out loud and then have someone else ask you questions so that you can more define what it is that you're looking for. Okay. What's the next? You were about to say. Right now, as you're laying this foundation, you're going to be able to start attracting someone new, but you need to like create this foundation or to start it, because it's going to take a lot of energy. And if you try to start a deeper connection at this time, that energy is going to go into that relationship and not into the foundation. So right now, this is your startup time. I'm hearing you'll start to meet more people in July, toward the end of July, more specific people that matter, in August and September. But during this particular time, like the right now, it's about creating, just creating a solid understanding of what works for you and what doesn't. What type of person you want, what type of lifestyle you want, what type of investments you want. Creating the criteria of your life, so then as things come in, you can filter them to what you want and what you need. Previously, you didn't have this, so you were just accepting what came and thought it was for you. And Spirit saying, you now have the availability to say no. You now have the availability to say, I'm so grateful for this, but I want something better, and this is what I want, right? For example, right? If you made a bunch of friends at a particular place, but then you realize, this is not really for me. Like, it's like, okay, Spirit, I'm so grateful for you showing me this, because I really needed to connect somewhere. I really needed to connect with somebody. I really needed to know that there were more people out there that were like me, that could show me the reflection of myself. But now I've outgrown this area, and now I'm trying to move into a different area. And I know that I can't take this with me to this next stage, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you brought this to me, and I want more of it in this next energy. I want more of, soul family. I want more tribe members to come through. And Spirit also wants to tell you, like, sometimes you make a pit stop to pick somebody up along the way. So like, you might meet a bunch of people, but maybe only certain people out of a particular area, a particular group, a particular place are the people that walk with you. And not every single person that you made a connection with, but just a select few. And they want you to understand that you're not wrong in that, and that is good. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. And that you'll accrue more. You'll have more people come into your life with the energy that you're creating within yourself. Sometimes you'll pick up somebody with the energy that you want, and then you'll learn how to create that for yourself and project it out into your reality to have more of it. And that's right now, Spirit is teaching you how to do it, but also how to set the shit up. Because right now, you are literally, you've cleared the grass, right? You've cleared the trees, you've cleared the shrubbery, you've cleared the land. Everything is barren. Everything is cleared. They're kind of explaining it to me like, if you bought a piece of land with a bunch of trees on it, like, you're going to have to clear the land, and then you're going to be able to build something on it. Even though you like what's there, sometimes you got to clear that shit so that you can get what you need done in the purpose of why you came to that place. And now you have cleared the land, you've cleared the place of shadow work, of trauma, of any type of abuse or whatever you were going through. And now you're going to start implementing your foundation so that you can build on top of that. It's crazy you say that. I'm gonna meet people, and in July I'm gonna go see this female. Oh, okay. Yes, I understand. Okay, cool. And Spirit's like, things are working out. It's just that we need you to kind of get things in a motion, so that as you add other people into your life, your motion is already running. It's like the ball is already rolling. So when people come in, they're coming in, but they can't stop this motion. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You said, I've been in the mode where I've been working on myself for a minute. I'm ready to pop out. Yes, I do. Yes. And they're like, it's time, but we got to plan. They want you to be a little bit more strategic this time when you come out of hermit mode. So like, when you come out of hermit, they want you to run. They want you to hit the ground running. But right now you need to be in a place of planning. So you need to kind of plan, like, what is it that I really want? How am I going to accept this into my life? When it comes to a relationship, what type of person am I going to allow into my life? What are the red flags that's an absolute fuck no for me? What are the yellow flags that's like, I got to point this out to you, and if I don't see no change, I'm gone. Like, what are the things that are like, oh, fuck yeah, I love that. I love that they're about that. I love that they do that. You know what I'm saying? What are your top 5 when it comes to a relationship? What are your top 5 when it comes to investments? What are your top 5 when it comes to your abilities and your purpose work? What are the top 5 things that you know that you can execute into your niche that are going to work and that you can proliferate in? Like, these are things that you kind of need to figure out. What's your target market when it comes to your own thing, and get it kind of succinct, because anything else other than that top 5 is just a benefit. You know what I'm saying? But certain things you need, like in a relationship, you need somebody who could communicate, right? That's a need. If you can't communicate with me, it's going to be an issue, because now we've turned our relationship communication into relationship assumptions. Right? So that's a top 5. That's one of your top 5. Where you put it on your top 5 depend on other stuff, right? If communication is number 2, then what's number 1? Maybe number 1 is like, this person is spiritually inclined, so they don't think I'm crazy, or they're not trying to convert me into some other religion because that's what they believe. That might be your number 1, right? You can't even get in the door if you're not right here. Right? And then it's like, okay, so now I need to see what your communication is like. Can you communicate with me? Okay, your communication is good. So what's that next thing? And just boom, 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 right? And then, of course, you always gonna have a running list of shit that you blah, blah, blah. But this the 80-20 rule, baby. You got that top 5 and then 80%. Bam. Okay, I could deal with your extra 20 because none of your 20% is in my top 5. A lot of times when we're dating, we got to remember that. Like, your top 5 is required. The rest of this shit I could work with. The rest of this shit is probably teachable. But some of that shit is character based. Some of that shit is how you grew up and what was instilled into you, and it can't be changed. Right? That is who you are as a person. And whether or not I want to deal with who you are as a person is up to you and what you set up. So, and Spirit wants you to do the same criteria with friends, because friends and romantic relationships are the same. They're the same. You date a friend, you date in a relationship. So when you date a friend, what you're looking for is someone who can support you either emotionally, mentally, or physically, right? Some friends can only support you physically. So what they can do, if you're low on money, they can give you a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go out and party, they're going to show up and party with you, you know, but they might not be emotionally available on an emotional level, because they're not an emotional friend. Right? Sometimes we'll get lucky and we'll find a happy synergy where we'll find somebody who could show up in any area of that dynamic, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and it's a vibe. But that's not always the case with every single friend, and they need you to see that and know that. But sometimes somebody's toxicity is too much, and it's okay to let them go too, regardless if it's a friendship or a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What else? Stop stressing about your job. It's going to be fine and it's going to work. Just follow through with all the extras. Okay? Yeah, love them from a distance. They also want you to try to develop a relationship with some of your family. And they say y'all don't gotta be best friends, but y'all at least gotta communicate once a month or something. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when we're working with family not on a vibe. You know what I'm saying? But they're family. And I'm gonna just tell you this, because this is what Spirit told me. Family is for supporting your life journey. Right? Family supports life journey. Friends and relationships that you choose, your chosen family, your soul tribe, these people help you with personal journey. So that's going to be your emotions, your mental, your physical, your self-development, right? As a person. But your family is life. So when somebody died, that's life. People come together. When somebody get married, that's life. People come together. When somebody have a child, that's life. People come together because that's your life journey. People, you're there for each other's life journey. And so when you choose a family, that chosen family is going to be there for you, the you that you are, the development of who you are, and you're going to be there for them for the same thing. And sometimes some of that chosen family fall off because they're no longer valuing their self journey. They're treating everybody else like family, supporting their life journey. But you already got family. You need chosen family for your personal journey, not your life journey. So Spirit wants you to see that. So connect with your family more so that you can be supported in your life journey. Okay? Now, it don't mean that family not going to be toxic. Family fucking sometimes toxic. They don't want to grow. But you just got to accept them as is. Ugly, sweet, bitter, whatever it is, accept them how they are. Thank you so much, Miss E. Class, what's up? Thank you for coming through. And Spirit is like, come with the get through, okay? Make sure that you're paying attention to that because sometimes we can have the wrong idea, right? We can have the wrong idea where we want our family members to be our best friends, to be on our soul journey. And we do have family members that's like that. I got a family member that's like that. And she's like my sister. And I could call her for anything. And I could talk to her about my personal journey. And she may not fully resonate with it, but she's there and she will help. You know what I'm saying? But we're family. So we're there for the life journey as well. Do you see what I'm saying? But not all family is going to be in both brackets. Most are going to be separate. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how are you? What if we have family members who try to make us feel like shit? Those are the family members that you accept them for how they are and you deal with them on a minimal basis. It doesn't mean that you completely cut them off, but it's like, I see in this moment that you're trying to make me feel how you feel inside because that's how you make yourself feel. I don't want to feel how you feel inside because I feel good inside. And right now, my energy is making you see the stark difference in our realities. And you need to deal with that. It's not on me. And sometimes that's just meeting them with love. Like every time that you see them, meet them with love. Cool. What's up? I'm so glad to see you. And then they start complaining about their life. Well, honey, look, life is good. And if you can't see that life is good, then you're going to continue to get bad shit. Like, and I'm hearing with those type of family members, you just lay down the wisdom and go. You leave them with the wisdom and let them do what they're going to do with it. And then they'll never do shit with it. It's okay. You did what you were supposed to do. You supported their life journey. You supported their life journey and you also gave them seeds. You planted seeds for their personal development. But you're not there to nurture personal development. That's for their chosen family. And if you're not considered part of their chosen family, you can't nurture that in them. They got to nurture it by themselves or with other people's. You just plant the seed so they can see the difference in their reality and what different they can have. So like, and sometimes it's just a slow roll. It's like, you know, like I have aunties and uncles that they don't really like what I do and they don't resonate with me. But that don't mean that they still not my family. I still call them if something's up. Like I still check on them sometimes. And that's very sometimey for me because but you know what I'm saying? Like they're there, but it's like, okay, you know, y'all there. Like, I see y'all when I got time, what's up? But it's not like every single day because I'm not in that energy no more. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit wants you to kind of see that and just let it be that. And be you. And when you shine, you encourage other people to shine when they've been hiding. Some people in your family, or a lot of times the people in your family, when you're shining bright, you give other people in your family the permission to shine because you've dealt with the generational curses. So now every single person who wants to shine like you in their own way can do it. And it's easier for them. Because you broke the 7-minute mile. You broke the 4-minute mile. You broke the 3-minute mile. You know what I'm saying? They seen you do it, so now they could do it. That's it. And Spirit's like, just let them see it. That's it. Don't subject yourself. And I also heard set boundaries with certain people. Don't allow them to speak to you in a given type of way. Like, let it be known that it's not okay and you're not gonna be taking that shit. And it could be really nice. So you say it really nice, like, I don't appreciate the tone that you used with me just now. And I would like you, and just be like, I don't appreciate that. Like, I'm a human being and I think you should talk to me like a human being. I don't work for you and I am not in a service place where I hate my job. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like, it's intense, but sometimes you just gotta, that's what it is. Okay, cool. You know? Yeah, and there's a shit. It is. And Spirit's like, get ready. But I feel like a lot of your stuff is about to come through Gaia for sure. Yeah, for personal peace. I'm trying to tell you, honey. Call that peace in, boy. I be telling Spirit, I be like, walk on that peace, honey. Surround me with peace. Surround me with grace. Envelop that into my energy, interwoven. If you ain't with that peace shit, like, skadaidon. I'm protected with her for sure. And then, like, she definitely has some upgrades for you. So when you meditate or when you're out walking, she's also just letting me know, like, if you feel sensitive to light, if your eyes, like, you get pressure in your eyes, or like radial headaches. So it's not like a migraine, but it's like an aura that feels like it's radiating outside, like on the edges of your head. Those are gonna be symptoms of this upgrade for you. And maybe like morning nausea. So don't be concerned. I gotta connect with another deity. They have the gold candle. Who? I could probably ask about it. If you want to connect with a different deity, look up their colors. Most deities have two. So like with Thoth, his color is blue, but like his other color is white. So like a lot of like me connecting to Thoth, or like our connection, I will wear his colors. Sometimes I do it unconsciously. Like today, I did this unconsciously. I just love my Rick and Morty shirt. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. The question that you're asking kind of don't make sense to me. Can you reword it? Oh, okay. I'm like, what? What's happening? But yeah. You know, I got I have the deity book. So if you text me on the side, I'll look it up for you if you're looking for just like more information. I have like a deity, or if you put it in chat, I could pull it up. The deity encyclopedia. But yes. So that's pretty much all that they have for you, girl. They just want you to know like things are going good, but you need to kind of start focusing on that so that you could take off. Start making some shit happen. And then I have Nikki next. Utopia Bins. Yeah. I do need to be strategic, for real. I feel that. This happened at the right time. Ew, and you were so mad you missed the other one. You're always on point. Girl, spirit be on point. I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. Where is that book, though? I have some minutes now. But if you put your deity in the chat, I could look it up for you. All right, Nikki, Utopia Bins, are you still here? Utopia Bits. Utopia Bins, put your intention in the chat, please. Y'all, if y'all haven't saved my light language song, please do so. Oh, put your intention in the chat for me, girl. Yes, let's get into it. All love to you, bitch, real. Aw, I love you. Thank you, lady. Your spirits here be so funny, yo. Bro, like, they be getting on me. Your girlfriend be playing games, boy. Anubis. Oh, Anubis. I love Anubis. Girl, yes. Oh my gosh. I was trying to figure out their name. Oh, it's good, girl. It's good. Let me see. Oh, my hands are slippery. Okay. Whew. Let's see. Anubis. Oh, girl. I almost landed on the exact right one. So let's see. My body, that body is giving, girl. You are so funny, bro. I feel you though, bro. Like, been working on it, working out. It should be right here. Yeah. So Anubis, also known as communication with the dead, stuff like that. A lot of things, because he is the person who places your heart on the scales of justice of Ma'at, he also works with you, like coming into your own heart's awareness and stuff like that. So let's see. It says Anubis knows the dates of everyone's death and may be petitioned to reveal it. Anubis locates lost articles, but only if you have a statue of him, touch his ears, and request his help. Anubis guards the dead, protecting them against grave robbing and desecration. He guards mediums, ensuring that only benevolent spirits approach. Anubis may sometimes wear a mask of Saint Christopher, so that might be important. Like if you could work with Saint Christopher and Anubis. Favorite people, mediums, diviners, and those working in funerary industry. Anubis protects children. So you could get a statue of either Anubis, a jackal, a black jackal, which is like a type of dog, but I don't know. To me, it's like similar to like a dog, but like how a cat and a bobcat are different, but the same. You know what I'm saying? He is really big with dogs. So like a lot of dog imagery because he's a dog-headed god. His color is black, but all Egyptian gods like gold, okay? Emblem is blood-stained black and white ox hide hanging from a pole. So that's kind of like his thing. He also is very connected to the dog star Sirius. And his allies are Wehebet, which is like the elephant, I mean not the elephant, the hippopotamus god that guides souls on the boat through the Duat into the afterlife. And then Isis, Aset, Horus, Nephthys is his mom, and Thoth. Him and Set have like a really weird relationship, but they do work in tandem. If you ever end up working with Set, he will work with you. So what I would say is, can you put deities on the same altar, or do you need to separate them? What I do is I separate their stations. So like, if you see like right on, like, you could put it on the same surface, but separate their stations. So each deity kind of needs they need their own water, and then they need either a candle or some type of incense that you burn when you're working with them. It's saying offerings that you can give him are Canacensis, an Ethiopian jackal or wolf. So you could do like a picture of it, or like a carving of it, or like a fluffy. Anubis also has like these really cute fluffies that they have on Amazon. So cute. And you could dedicate that to him. Because he protects mediums, you could also dedicate a divination tool. You can also, so it says, offering, blah, blah, blah. Alternatively, an altar in your home or in a funerary parlor or cemetery. Anubis enjoys a drink. So beer, wine, or any type of spirit. Give him macabre, funeral, and death-themed toys and figures. So he likes kind of like that really like grunge stuff. So like if there's like a coffin, I've seen like they have like the Egyptian, oh my god, my brain, like the Egyptian coffins that you can buy. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it at this now moment, but you can get one of those, or you could get like death themed stuff, because he is like the god of death essentially. So yeah. So also Thoth and Anubis work kind of in tandem, because Thoth is the god of mystery, and also is very succinct with mediumship as well. Isis tends to help you with self-empowerment. So when you're working with a specific Egyptian deity, you might move around the pantheon, but might not stick to one of the other ones. They're just there to help you build your connection. I have Santa Marte on my altar, and she has a skull. Okay, bet. Thank you so much. That was a little side note. Yeah, Santa Marte, that sounds like you're on the right boat. You got two death things going. I would say don't put them on the same altar, like together. You want to separate them. Like how, I feel like this is a better, like I have Ganesh and Lakshmi on an altar, but that's because they only like to be together. Do you know what I'm saying? And if they're not together, they don't want to, like, they like to be together in a harmonious environment. So I put them on the same altar, but you don't see them on the altar of my Egyptian deities or my other deities, because they don't want that, right? Like, girl, you already know, like, Eshu has a whole altar in my house, and he won't let me put anything else on that surface, period, because that's his area. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So every deity has their own, and if they don't like something, they're quick to tell you. They'll either tell you through candle popping, shit falling off the altar, or they will send you a message like, stop doing that. Anything else? No. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you need me to take a picture of that page, I'll send it to you later. Create that separation, yeah. But like, say for like, and just make sure you dedicate certain items to them. So like how you have Santa Muerte has a skull, she might have like, you could probably have like a flower skull or something like that. But then with Anubis, you might have a black skull with gold outlining, because that's how he looks. So then you would just like outline it. It would be outlined with gold. Or you could get like a jackal head, or if you did get a skull, it would be more depth. So it would be looking more realistic, like a real human skull, or like a crystal skull or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like giving those type of vibes. I'm on the way with you, girl. Okay. And then Phoenix and Dragon has some really good Egyptian statues if you don't want to order on Amazon. But I will be honest with you, Amazon is cheaper, but they're smaller. So like the size of them is smaller. I got those from Phoenix and Dragon. But they have other versions of him, but they're smaller on Amazon. But I think I'm paying like $100 for him. Well, somebody else bought it, but yeah. They have a lot of Anubis stuff. Anubis, Isis, Osiris, and Hathor at that location. So there it is. There's also an Egyptian store near us. I know this is like way too much information for everybody else, but there's also an Egyptian store near us called Egyptian Eyes. I think that's what it's called. Or Kemetic Eyes, one of those. I'm pretty sure it's called Egyptian Eyes. But it's like a crystal shop. But the lady sells like Egyptian inspired crystal stuff. So definitely check that out. Okay, so we're moving on. Utopia, I'm gonna go up in the chat and see if you put your intention in here, because I ain't see it at all. The way lady flooded the chat, baby. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. If you could put it back in the chat, please do. Cause I can't even find it. Oh my God. Oh wait. Okay, I saw a thumbs up. Whatever they have to tell me. Okay, cool. So, Utopia, I'm going to go ahead and start. Okay, cool. Mikhail, can you just connect me from Lady, please, and connect me to you, to Nikki. Okay, what is that message? So they have a message coming in, which is for you, which is be kind to yourself. Not everything happens the way you want it to, but it does happen. And instead of being frustrated with that, allow yourself to be happy that regardless of the situation, that you will get the result that you want. Open your mind to greater results as well. I'm hearing for the rest of the year, you need an onward, you need to be adding or better to all of your intentions. So like when you ask spirit for something, ask for it or better, right? Don't overdo it. Just ask or better. So that your blessings don't stop at as far as you could think in that moment. They said in the next few months, you're about to receive your or better. So you could understand how good that could be for you. And they want you to start adding that to all of your intentions going forward. All of your spells, everything. Anything that you do, spiritually, add or better to that. So if you're like, you know, doing your intention of the day and you're like, okay, y'all, today I'm gonna have a great day. People not gonna get on my nerves. Like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have to get with this intention or better. You know what I'm saying? Like, just adding or better to every intention that you set. Okay, so now let's see who are the speakers. Connecting to her higher self, I am presence. Over her higher self, I am presence. The emanation of source that resonates with her. Bring forward your speakers, please. So right now, the energy I have coming up is a guide, 10th dimensional being, very milky, like a milky fluorescence, like fluorescent based in white almost, or opalescent. Opalescent is more of what I wanted to say, opalescent. And then I have, oh, honey, I had a woman walk in here with some fierceness, okay? She had a cute sundress on, okay? She said, oh, honey, come on. Came up, sat down, and crossed her leg, like, let's go. So she seems kind of young in energy. I don't know, like, she's giving me kind of like mom or like young grandma or auntie vibes. I'm not really getting grandma so much as I'm getting auntie vibes. Okay. Let's hold on, because getting a bunch of stuff at once. So, okay, so auntie is like, look, pay attention to when I send you messages, because I be sending you all these doggone messages and you miss half of them. And then you be like, well, what am I supposed to do? And then she'd be like, well, if you would have paid attention to the last 10 messages I sent you, you would have known that this message went with this and it went like that. But then she be getting frustrated with you. Y'all be getting frustrated with each other. But she love you anyway. She's like, it's no hard feelings because I know how it is being in life or whatever. But she wants you to understand that right now they're learning to communicate with you in a stronger intent. They're trying to get you to work more on your clair so that they can come through a lot stronger and tell you what's up. Okay. Also, they want you to like open your eyes. She sends you blue birds a lot more than you realize. Also dolphins and what is that? I don't know what that is. Huh? It's like a little green thing. I thought it was Shrek, but she said it's not Shrek. It's like a little green gremlin. And I'm like, maybe that's why she hasn't seen that. Like, what is that? It kind of looks like, I don't know if you remember, oh my God, this is a really old toy, okay? Giving away my childhood right now. You know those little troll dolls? Like little trolls with the ears, and then like it be having that crazy wick up hair. It's like if a green troll doll meant that little gremlin from the movie Gremlins, that's what it looks like. I don't know why that's a symbol for you. Maybe you see these images often. It's like, what the fuck? And then, oh, fuck, what the fuck is that thing? Oh my God. You know, it's like the little green thing from the Mandalorian. It's like the baby version. Oh, the baby Yoda. The baby Yoda. That's what she's showing me. She's like, that's her symbolism, the baby Yoda. Yo, she almost like chopped me out just now, calling it a gremlin. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay. And she's like, look, I'm sending you the signs, I'm sending you confirmation, but you got to keep taking action. You can't stop for confirmation. and stop all flow and all movement, right? Like, ask for confirmation, and as you're doing things, like they say, it's okay to stop and ask for confirmation and wait for a decision. But for you to just do what you was already doing, was gonna do anyway, you waiting for confirmation, do the shit. Just do it. Why are you stopping to get a confirmation? Do it anyway. Receive the confirmation while doing it. Receive the confirmation while finishing it. Receive the confirmation when it's done. Like, you're going to get a lot of confirmation. If you need more confirmation in the process, just ask. You'll get it. But they're like, don't stop the flow. Don't stop the motion. It took a while for you to get this motion, period. So now you got it. Don't stop. Just keep. They said basis, at the basic level, you need to keep its maintenance until you know what to do next. But don't just stop doing it, period. Okay? Stop putting one foot out the door. Like, you got one foot in the door, one foot out. And like, you be pivoting back and forth. Like, I'm doing it. But should I be doing it though? Should I be? Is this the right place? I mean, I know I've been here for a while and I got the confirmation I'm supposed to be here, but should I though? Is this really what I should be doing? Is this really where I'm supposed to be? And Spirit's like, yeah, bitch, you here. You here, all right. You ain't going nowhere else. This is where we got to go. The destination is on this pathway. If you want to go over there, you just gonna get smacked back over here. Like, chill out. We good. We on a roll. Keep going. And it's like, they want you to know you on a slow roll, baby. And you want to be on a fast roll. But what you don't understand right now is that most people who on a fast roll was on a slow roll until they got slingshotted into a fast roll because they did the shit that they needed to do. And right now is your turn to do the shit that you need to do. And it's not, you're not in trouble. They're not like shit on you. They just like, keep going. Just keep going. Just lay all the bricks out. And it's all gonna look crazy for a little bit. And then you're gonna be like, wow, I bricked this up and it looks good. Like, wow, I accomplished this. That's awesome. And just keep going. Stop questioning shit. Just ask what's next. What's next, y'all? I got shit. I'm done with the shit I did before. What's next? I'm going to be done with this in about a week and a half. What's next? Like, let them perpetuate your what's next. Also, they want you to know that sometimes they don't tell you what's next because you'll fuck it up with your mind. Your mind sometimes goes awry, and then you put the wrong energy in the wrong place, and then they're like, bitch, I ain't gonna tell you shit. You gonna fuck it up. But if you don't know, ain't no way you can fuck it up. Do you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Ain't no way you could be like, I don't deserve A, B, and C, and that's why blah, blah, blah. Like, no. You're not gonna do that because it's not even in your awareness to be able to, not at all. And they're like, if you get your mind right, then maybe you could know a little something. But right now, it's a dub. It's a dub on that. Like, just pretend like you don't need to know nothing. But what you do need to know is the next step. So just focus there. Focus on the next step. Okay. Now, she also wants you to know that you kind of need to be following up. So you got a couple family members. I don't know if y'all supposed to be planning something together or y'all just haven't been keeping up with each other, but you need to start reaching back out to these people and be with them, like be connected with them consistently. And they say it don't need to be like a everyday conversation, but y'all need to be at least talking once a month or once every couple weeks so that you can have some form of support. Right now, you don't have support in the way that you would want. And that's because you haven't fostered those relationships, and you need to just put your ass out there and foster them. They're not going to be with the shits, and they're not always going to be with the shits. Some of them have to get used to you enough to even decide, maybe I will think about getting with the shits, but I might not be. And Spirit is like, they accept you all crazy and shit like you are. Why you just can't be like, okay, well, they crazy and shit. If they don't want to grow or they growing at a different pace, who gives a fuck? Like, I got friends, I got other people that I can be around that's at this energy level that I want to be at. But this is also my family, and I'm also a generational curse breaker. So I also got to break these curses. I'm not going to always see them in myself. Sometimes I got to be around other people so I can see how this shit is affecting them. So I can understand how it's probably affecting me. Because if you don't see nobody in your family, you don't fucking know. Like, you don't know. And that's kind of what they saying. They like, when you break a generational curse, you got to break that shit 360. It ain't like, oh, I'm just going to cut this tiny ass little piece of string attached to this big ass rope. No, like you got to saw through that entire motherfucker, and it's going to keep coming up in different ways until it's fully broken. So they want you to like, just know, have a little bit of tolerance. Approach them with unconditional love. And if they with the bullshit, like limit your amount of time that you spend with them, but be around, okay? Open your mind to truth. Sometimes when you learn the truth, it triggers you really bad, but you need to open your mind to being in a energy of truth. You receive the truth, regardless if it hurt, if it feel good, if it don't feel good, if it's taking you in a way you didn't want to go, but that's the way that the truth is taking you. You take your ass to the truth. And something Spirit wants you to do is like, make the truth required for you when you operate with yourself and when you operate with other people. Okay? Make the truth required. If somebody lied to you, that's their biggest faux pas. Do you hear me? If somebody lied to you, it needs to be quickly asserted. I don't fuck with liars. I don't like when you lie to me. And if this becomes a perpetual thing, I'm going to have to handle you differently. And it sounds, but sometimes you got to lay down the law to people because they do shit unconsciously and then they have to reap the consequences. And Spirit says, just because it's all love and light, bitch, don't mean you not gonna get what the fuck you put out. And they put it out, so they got to get the consequences. Let them get the consequences. It don't mean that you got to be an asshole, but it do mean that they need to hit those consequences. Right? Like if somebody can't communicate with you, right? And then you do something based on the communication you did have, and then they get mad at you about that. Was that really your fault, or was that on the communication? And pointing it out. Hey, look, don't gaslight me and say you didn't say this. It's just that there was a lot of other things that weren't said. And because there were a lot of things that weren't said, I went off what was said. So if you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't appreciate that and I don't like gaslighting. But if you want to have a conversation with me, we can have a conversation. I'm willing to work it out, but I'm not willing to become your punching bag. You know what I'm saying? Like really divvying that shit out and being frank and clear with people. Something Spirit really wants you to do is set your boundaries clearly, especially when it comes to your business. Specifically, your rules of service or your rules of like how you do, I don't know what type of business you have, but they're like the way that you do like returns or the way that you do refunds or the way that you work inside of whatever it is that you do. You need to have some clear things and like don't fold on them. Even with people that you like, you can give them a little bit. Like, for example, this is an example because they say, for example, you really like somebody, they're a consistent customer, but they bought something that's no refund. right? And usually with your no refund, you wouldn't even do a store credit. Like, but because you know they're a consistent customer and they're good for it, they're gonna come back and buy again. You'll be like, well, the product that you bought is no refund, so you can't return, but I can give you a store credit. And in that way, you have fulfilled that, but you have also said, I'm not willing to go against my word. I don't do refunds on things that say no refund, right? If you got a service and somebody don't show up for the service, but they paid up front, okay, you missed your thing. You don't get a refund. You're not available for a refund. But what I can do is allow you to reschedule that service. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because Spirit is like, when people find out that you're a pushover, they will continue to come to you so they can test your limits. What you want to do on the first time is set the limit so they understand how to deal with you, right? I used to have a coach that if you didn't show up on time, it was rescheduled. So if you didn't show up, even if you was like, if you didn't call ahead and be like, hey, I'm gonna be 10, 15 minutes late or whatever, if once it got past a certain time, they pack their shit up and they go. Or they be like, okay, I'm gonna pull forward my next client because you're not here. You didn't call, you no show, so you could reschedule and you're gonna lose your deposit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, handle me. If you want this value, you gotta handle me. And if you don't know how to handle me, I'm about to teach you right now. And Spirit is saying also, do this with your friends and certain family members. Some people don't know how to handle you because they can't handle themselves. They shit on themselves, so then they can't do better for you. So teach them how to handle you. And that come with boundaries. I don't like that. Don't talk to me like that. If you want to come over, don't pop up in my house. You need to call me and tell me that you're on the way so I can be prepared that you're here. And when you show up at my house and you ain't supposed to be here, I ain't opening the door because you didn't call me first. Be one of them. Did you call? Did you tell me you was on the way? No. So you expect me to be prepared to give you hospitality when you didn't have the courtesy to call? That's a dub. And Spirit really wants you to like pay attention to that. Some people don't value your time. That's another thing. You got somebody that's always late, that's not valuing your time, that'll never call you but ghost you when y'all playing some shit. Cut that shit off. That's a dub. You wasted my time, but you tested me. That person is testing you to see how much they could do to you and you still gonna come around. And Spirit is saying, no more of that shit. Cut the shit loose. They got loose lips and loose time with loose feet. Shit. They ready to go. Cut their ass off. Or set that boundary with them and see what happens. And if they don't step up to the plate, that's a dub. You pull back. Pull back on that energy. All right. She also said, cut a motherfucker off before I cut him. Cause it's gonna, like, I feel like, this ancestor in particular be blocking your number be blocking people from calling you. Like, people be trying to call you, they be trying to hit you up, and that shit be blocked. Like, by Spirit. You didn't block them, but that shit blocked. They can't call you. Every time they call, there's something wrong with their phone. You know what I'm saying? So Spirit is like, cut them off. And you could be sweet. You could pull back on a low-key tip. Whatever you got to do. But Spirit's like, set the boundary. Watch their actions. If their actions show they don't really give a fuck, move the fuck on. It's other people out here that'll give you time of day that care about you and who you are. Right? Okay. Now that we got done with that, your guy is coming in with the get through because they like, look, babe, you in purpose. And right now you're in a transition. Spirit wants you to know, like, your transition is going well, but you need to stop thinking that shit not working. It is, but right now you tying up loose ends, real loose. And you about to get some new guides as well. This is a 10th dimensional guide, but I'm hearing you about to walk into some 12th dimensional energy. And it's going to come with an upgrade. So for the rest of the summer, baby, you're going to be getting upgrades. So be ready for that. I'm also hearing, it's time to excel. It's time to excel. Stop, what's the word? Spirit says stop getting in your own way. Move the fuck out your way. It's time to excel in you. Excel in what you do by being you totally. By doing the things that resonate with you totally. That resonate with your entity totally. Stop holding shit back. Stop holding ideas back because you're scared of what people gonna think. If the idea came to you and it's sticking with you and it's beating you the fuck over the head, that's a download. Take it. Write it down. Figure out how to execute it. All right? Now, there's also some more shit that come with this, which is your guide is letting you know that you need to connect more with your team. You got a fucking huge ass team. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You got some team. You got a big ass team over here. Now, I'm a person that got a fucking huge ass team, and so do you. And I'm not talking about your ancestors. I'm talking about the rest of them. They want to connect with you. You got dragon guides that want to connect with you. You have earth, you have like earth energies that want to connect with you. So it's gonna be like fairies, gnomes, stuff like that. But you have a lot of shamanic type of spirits on your team. How do I do that? You just sit down and you meditate with the intention of connecting with them. And over time, the more that you do it, the more you'll notice. So like for me, I always want to know what my spirit animal was. Honey, I was like, what's my spirit animal? And I would just like, and I figured it out. Like, I'm like, okay, well, you know, I was in this experience during a meditation and I received a familiar. Bam. So then one time when I was editing one of my videos, I was doing color correction and the color correction looked like an owl. And ever since then, this owl has followed me literally everywhere. So I know that that's my animal, right? But like, I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have the intention out there to show it to me. But I had to be ready to receive it, right? I had to be connected to the Mother Earth to receive that, because that's a Mother Earth thing. That's a shamanistic thing. I feel like maybe in a previous life you were a shaman. So you have a lot of contracts with a lot of spirits on this planet that work with shamanic peoples, or shamanic modalities. So sometimes even if you don't work in that arena, you might find that you're led by very earth-based things that fall into that shamanic area. Okay. I'm also hearing like medicine woman. So maybe you were a medicine woman in a past life, or maybe that's something that you do now or you're interested in, like making your own remedies, tinctures, butters, whatever, you know, body care stuff. Okay, so also, your energy is very dense, okay? And not like dense and lower frequency, but just intense as fuck, okay? And I have energy like that, and so spirit is like very like telling me to tell you, like, stop internalizing people deciding that they hate you off rip. Don't internalize that shit. That's them, because they can't handle your intensity of your energy. They can't handle that shit. It's too intense for them. As soon as they see you and they deal with you, it's like an immediate moment where they know that they not where they supposed to be, or they not in alignment with who they supposed to be, where they supposed to do, what they supposed to, whatever. It's like an immediate tower moment for them. And it's just by being in your presence that they see everything that they not. And it's not because they can't. It's because they're unwilling to. They're unwilling to change. They're unwilling to heal. They're unwilling to whatever. And you got to just understand that you're not for everybody. Okay? You're not for everybody. And people can't handle that energy on you. And when I'm telling you, you got a big ass team, that energy walk with you too. That's what I'm talking about right now is your energy. But when I'm talking about everybody else on your team, that adds to your energy. And that shit be like, God damn. And it's a presence when you walk in the room, even when you're trying to be small. Which Spirit said, cut that fucking shit out. Cut it out. You're not meant to be small. You're meant to be big. So think big. Act big. Okay? Because you got this. But you gotta elongate that neck. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand tall. You gotta be like, I don't care. I'm gonna put on what I want to put on that make me feel good. I'm gonna do me. And if you don't like it, it's because I'm doing something that you feel like you can't do. I'm the reflection of what you wish you could. And Spirit wants you to remember, like, you are royalty. Stop allowing people to treat you like a servant. Let people be grateful to be in your presence. When you ask the universe for something, don't beg, don't ask, say, and be grateful. Universe, I need more clients. I need more customers. If that's what you need, say, universe, I'm so grateful for you bringing me more clients and customers. It fills me with so much gratitude, and feel that shit. It fills me with so much gratitude that you've really provided for me in my business. And every day, wake up and read you a psalm for your business. Okay? Get that shit shaking. Spirit's like, it's okay. You gotta learn how to get the shit rolling and get it together, but you also gotta move with confidence and shit. Fake that shit till you make it, baby, because the confidence that you need to walk with needs to be the same intensity as your energy. And when I'm telling you, you step into a room and that shit like, some people can't handle that. That's a lot. That's a lot. But it's okay to be a lot, because some people too little. And you're not little. You're not a nobody. So stop treating yourself like a nobody. Stop talking to yourself like you a nobody. Because you're not. You somebody. And you're somebody very, very, very important. Okay? Spirit wants you to step up your energy. Step up your mindset. Step up and remember who you are. A lot of your messages for the next few months are going to be about remembering who you are, so that you remember your importance and your value, and not just what you could do here on this earth, but like spiritually, your essence of your soul, remembering. There's a level that is available to you that you've yet to dream of, that you've yet to think past. This level, you have an idea of what you want your life to be, and that's there, but the level above it is where Spirit is trying to take you. And they keep telling you to dream bigger, and you're like, how much bigger can I fucking dream? And they like get into the details of your dream. What does the lifestyle look like? What could you have? Where could you go? What's the freedom of that? What could you experience? And then find more in those areas of how. So say, I remember, no dream, not like dreaming, but like your goals, your vision for your future, like your dreams, like dreaming bigger. they want you to create bigger goals. And they're saying go into the details of your dreams, like the lifestyle that you want to have, all of that stuff, and go in and say, okay, how can I make this part of my lifestyle more luxurious? Because a lot of times luxury means different to other people, but for you in this particular context, they're talking about ease and peace, right? What is it in an area of my life? Like, because what you're doing is you're optimizing your dream, you're optimizing your goal before you're in it and experiencing the discomfort of it not being optimized. And when they say dream bigger, that's what you're doing, right? So for example, like I know that I really wanted a boat, right? But at the same time, like I've been discovering more and more that like the upkeep of a boat is a lot. But then I found they have a subscription where like you could pay a certain amount of money at the top of every year, and then you're able to just rent any boat that you want. And the only thing you have to pay for is the fuel to fill it up. You know what I'm saying? And you just call to reserve the boat. And then when you're done, you park it, dock it, they load it back up. And that's a good way to like entry into getting a boat. There's other ways, right? But that's kind of like where it was. And Spirit wants you to understand that that's where you are right now. So you're trying to figure out how much of something you want, or if you're willing to deal with the inconveniences of what you're asking for. Or do you need to switch it up a little bit or shift it a little bit to make it more convenient to the lifestyle that you want to live? If you want to live a lifestyle with financial security, the biggest thing would be increasing your financial intelligence and then learning more about wealth building and how you could start that now. And how you can start implementing that stuff now. And then laying the foundation for you so as you get more money, you're able to incorporate that into your wealth ideals. So they kind of want you to just look at everything that you've accrued up until this point, look at your goals, assess, and make real changes that will make things more convenient or more exciting, more luxurious. I'm hearing when you made this first vision, you were in a place of scarcity. So you need to understand that it's embedded in the goal. So what you have to do is take it out by implementing more luxury, more ease, more consistency, less hard work, more work smarter, not harder type of energy. Okay. What else do you have for me, Spirit? And they said, just don't stop. Just keep going. Just don't stop. Things are working out. And they said the most that will happen, because they feel like you're scared that it won't work out. So they're saying the most that will happen if it doesn't work out is that we'll pivot to something else. But the foundation is still laid, and you will be able to work off the top of what you've already created, regardless if it works or not. It's still going to work. The energy will work itself. Okay. And then they want me to give you a life example. So for me, like I started in film and then I moved into service work. And I did like a lot of like freelancing stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then I moved into doing this and doing like tarot, doing mediumship, all of this stuff, right? But in the process of doing that, I also was able to elevate my skills that I had from doing film and photography to use it for this lane that I'm using it in. So I laid that foundation for that, but now I have all the skills necessary in this area. I don't have to relearn it. I just have to mold my skills into what I need for this area of my life. And even now, like I started just with tarot. Now I'm a medium. Now I do mediumship. Now I channel light language. Now I channel, archery and counsel. That's all new for me, right? It's newish. So now like I have to get used to that newness. But before I was just aspiring to be a successful tarot reader. You know what I'm saying? So every time that you dream from a lower level, you're only going to be able to dream so high and so broad because you don't know, you don't really know what the lifestyle is like. But the closer you get to the dream, you're like, okay, a little bit of what I want, it's a little bit of scarcity in there. Let me take that out and let me implement more ease into that so that I can grow with my goal, right? So just understanding where you're at and then understanding how to elevate that instead of trying to preserve it and hold on to it with, you know, the tightness of your life. Like, chill. You know what I'm saying? My challenge is organizing my web page, but my other plans makes more money. So with your web page, organizing your web page, I'm hearing you could outsource it if you have the money. So like if you have like Fiverr or something, you can have somebody do it. Or maybe switching your website to something that's more convenient. I'm also hearing it's okay if one thing takes longer than the other, right? So like, for example, in my business, like TikTok does way better than my YouTube channel. But my YouTube channel is a slow roll, right? My website is the same way. Like on TikTok, I could, you know, make a bunch of money on TikTok, but like not a lot of people book a session with me. But when they do, not a lot of people did book a session with me when I first got on TikTok. It was just me interacting with my audience. But that allowed me to create a bigger audience and I was able to project that out. So now my website has more traffic. I get more than I had before. Right? And still then, like, with your website, like it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be easy. So focus on ease of navigation. And then over time, it'll get better and better the more you learn about how to make it better. As long as you have a website, that's really what matters. People will deal with almost anything, honestly, as long as it doesn't look like a dinosaur or it's not confusing. So what I did when I built my website, because I did WordPress at first, garbage, okay? I use Squarespace now. It's so much easier to make that. But because I had all of that hitting my head against the wall with WordPress, making a Squarespace website was easy. Customizing that website was even more easy because I used to have to do the background. I used to have to go in and like find the color number and then copy that in everywhere because it wasn't consistent or cohesive. Like I had to download and buy things that were hundreds of dollars just to make some shit that's on Squarespace that comes with that shit that was worth the money every month instead of me having to spend like $300-400 one time, but then still dealing with the headache of working through the back end. So it's like, whatever you're using, make sure it's simple and it's easy so that it's easy for you to do it. And you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for somebody to maintain it. But if you do need somebody to come in, you could just pay them a little something, get it together, and then you could run it on your own. Websites take time, so it'll evolve over time. As long as you have a good scheduler, that's really like, if you have services, as long as you have a good schedule, that's what matters. Or if you have products and you're shipping, then what matters is your delivery. What does it feel like when people get your product? What does that look for? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. If you're looking for, I'm looking for someone. Yeah. So if you're looking for someone to do your website, I suggest doing it through Fiverr, and then that way you just pay them one time, you see how they do, and then you could work out something with the person on Fiverr. Like, hey, I really am looking for somebody that could maintain my website long term. I'm willing to pay for this service just to see how it is, see if, get my website together. And then if I like, how things are, could we work something out for ongoing maintenance? You know what I'm saying? And they can make you like a special offer, or they might take you through a different channel because they do have a business off of Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would either suggest that or to go on Upwork. So it's upwork.com, and basically you just kind of make a little thing about like what you need, and then people will bid for that job or that thing, and it makes it a little bit easy because, say for example, like you have one person, you let them come in and do it, you don't like what they did, you go to the next person because they all are interested and qualified to do the work that you need. I don't think that you offer services, but I feel like Spirit wants you to offer some type of consulting service with this business. So like if you offer like products, having some type of service where people can book like time with you that's not super expensive, and you can kind of help them figure out what would be good for like their skin or their ailment or whatever, like what products you already have that may be good for them, like a consultation or something. I don't know why this is coming up, but I feel like maybe either you've thought about it or you've thought about that model, or maybe like having some type of quiz on your website for your products. But there's some type of service that Spirit wants you to add to your repertoire. And they kind of keep trying to hit you with it, but you're not really receiving it. Or you don't know how, which is also a reason to find somebody else, which makes sense. So is there anything else that you have for her this time? They also want you to know that your love life is fine. You just need to be a better communicator. You have done the service? That's cool. What? What? Hold on. Okay. No, the ideas. Oh, okay. Got you. They really want you to incorporate it somehow, and they're like, figure it out first before you pay somebody to do something, so that you know exactly what to tell them what to do, and you don't have to decide in the moment, even though some of those decisions you're not going to know you need to know. I'm also hearing like when you talk to people for hiring, ask them what they need from you so that you can get it together. Prospectively, like as you're prospectively looking, see what they need from you so you can take your time to get it together. Is there anything else? Love life, it's good, it's fine how it is, but I think maybe you're in a connection, or if you're not in a connection, maybe you will be soon, but something about communication is really dire there. Like you have to be very clear and concise about what it is that you want, that you need, that you're looking for. Maybe the looking for part for yourself. Like what am I looking for in a partner? And then learning how to figure out if the person that's sitting in front of you is worth your time or not. The criteria, again, talking about criteria. What am I allowing people to come into my life? How am I allowing them to come into my life? What is my top 5? What is like, what am I willing to live with? What am I not willing to deal with? I'm hearing every single person that you get involved with from this point forward needs to have a car and needs to have a career, not a job. Because that's what you're doing and that's what you're building. So you need somebody to match that energy. Regardless if they have a business, that's a career. They're careering within their own work, right? Something that's stable. They really want you to find somebody that's more stable than where you're at. And if they don't match the marks, like, move on. There's a pattern, I guess there's a pattern either in your dating life or in your family where like there's scarcity in the partners that you pick or that are attracted to you in some way, and that needs to also change. A lot of things around you are dealing with scarcity and you're working through a scarcity block. So you need to like look at the type of partners that you're dealing with and like where their scarcity lied, because scarcity can lie within love, it can lie within money, it can lie within security, right? And so you need to find out where I said insecurity, but where that scarcity lies in the relationships that you've been in, so that as you move for new partners, you can see when it's filled in and when it's lacking, so that you understand like, okay, I got with this person and they were like literally everything in a partnership, but they couldn't meet me on a aspirational level. So then when I started growing, they didn't grow with me. Or I got with a person who was really about their bag, really about their money, but because of that, they don't make time for things that are important to them. So then they never have time for me, right? All of that stuff, all of their actions are coming from a place of scarcity. So just think about those ideas, take some time to journal about it and get that kind of figured out. But I'm hearing your communication is key, and you being able to learn how to communicate in a more healthy way will allow, when you get into connections, to show other people whether or not they can handle you. Because if you know how to communicate your feelings, your emotions, your understanding, and they don't, and they're not willing to learn, then they will easily do something or move themselves out of your life because they can't handle that. The only thing they can do is either try to convince you to be more toxic to make them comfortable, or they're going to leave, right? So just, be aware. And you're going to get a couple hot bags before you get a good one. But Spirit wants you to see it as, I'm getting better and better at attracting my perfect partner. Instead of thinking I'll never find them because this one didn't work out, and then this one didn't work out, and then this one didn't work out. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I see that. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, thanks for your time. And then next time you meet somebody and you're like, oh, I love all of this, but then damn, that closet is dark and you're not willing to look in there. But like every so often, like you jab me from that place with like a huge knife, and I don't like that. So I'm just gonna move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Spirit's just like, pay attention to that shit and leave when you know like it doesn't resonate with you. And it's okay. And sometimes that doesn't feel good in real life, but it's like better for you in the long run. But also don't block yourself from being emotionally available to people. Allow them to see that side of you, and if they don't like it, fuck them. And if they do, great. Like maybe we could get along. Enjoy your time and enjoy your money, I heard. Take yourself, I feel like there's some type of girls trip or some type of vacation that you need to take. I'm hearing like a singles cruise, or going on like a singles group vacation where like it's like a vacation group, and everybody's single, so everybody goes on the trips or whatever. Like I feel like they're like, that is coming up for you. You need to go. Whether you're going now or you're planning to go in the future, you need to commit to going. Okay? They want you to have fun. They're like, oh, your life is so like drab because things aren't working the way you want them to, and then you get so frustrated, but you're not really enjoying the moments and being in the present usually. And then like when it is time to go out and do something, you're thinking about work. Like, put work down when it's time to play. You work hard, you play hard, you rest hard, right? So that's what Spirit had to say. They said sometimes planning can be hectic whenever you're planning for something, no matter if it's vacation, if it's goals, if it's whatever. There's always things that you won't think of, and then you'll think of at the last minute, or you'll forget, and then because you have to do something else, you gotta hurry up and do that thing. Just hurry up and get it done. Don't spend a lot of time being mad at yourself or being upset that it didn't get done. Fuck that shit. Get it done so that you can move on to the next thing and you can have a great time. That's it. That's it. Anything else? Oh, that's it. That's okay. So that's it. That's all they have for you. They're so funny, girl. I'm like, But I feel like your guide is really like this guide has been around since you were like 10. So they've been in for this cycle. And they've been working really hard to get you into this next cycle. After this next cycle, you're going to be pretty much chilling. Like, you're gonna be chilling in, what's the word? Like, things are going to be easier, right? For real. But you have to get a whole upgrade, honey. That's why, and he said, you'll fully be there. You'll fully be there. You'll have that timeline jump in December. So like, you're making a transition right now, but in December, something's going to happen and you're just going to feel it. It's going to be like a really big shift for you. You're going to have like some type of realization or something. And like the way that you move now is going to be almost unfamiliar to the version of you that's going to have that realization and take action on it. So just know, like, you're in a transition. Things are good. Have a good time. Shit, this is human. This is what human is. We signed up to be human. So don't feel bad, like, doing human shit and having a good time. Even though there's other shit that needs to get done, enjoy being human. Enjoy just relaxing, chilling, playing, working, whatever. Make things enjoyable. Yeah, because I'm not fully activated and they be fussing at me. I know, but it gets better. It gets better. So definitely there. And I feel like the more that you accept yourself, though, the easier it will be to get these upgrades, and it won't feel like your life is like falling apart. So like, yeah, because a lot of the times when you make an upgrade, the issue that you run up against, the resistance, is you not wanting to let go of your previous self. You want to stay, you got comfortable being you. And now it's like, now you're telling me I have to be better than who I am right now. Yeah. Because that version of you has reached its glass ceiling. It's not able to transmute any more than where we're at right now. This is the top. So now you have to create a new version of yourself and transmute this version of yourself to support you in this new thing. And it happens every time, but for whatever reason, Spirit says you just have a hard time letting go. And so they kind of, up until this point, had to just kind of like rip things away from you, and that didn't feel good. So now they're trying to teach you this lesson of learning how to transition and release, so that you don't have those feelings anymore. My pendulum is my bestie. Girl, yes. Go ahead and use it, honey. I have a feeling you have a lot of decisions coming up, so you're going to need it. Is there anything else you have? Okay. So we're good. We're good. So I hope this resonated with you. I really appreciate you coming through and supporting, honey. Yeah. That was such a vibe, though, for sure. Yeah, that was such a vibe. I had such a great time. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope that you guys have a great Saturday. If you haven't already, pre-save my song on your Apple or Spotify playlist. Please do. Go to my link in bio and pre-save. It's gonna be It's like a 5-minute light language song, but it's a full body healing. So you're getting a whole healing in a song, like, bro, photo free. So definitely go check that out. It drops on the 21st next week on summer solstice. Yeah, I'm so hyped. So I will see y'all. I hope that y'all have an amazing weekend and a great Juneteenth, which is on Father's Day, bitch, what? So I love you guys and bye. Oh my God. Okay, bye.